It's day 5 of the para swimming competition of the Paris 2024 Paralympic Games as we welcome you to the Palais Stade de France arena in Nantes for this finals session. What a glorious aquatic centre it is that features, amongst other things, an enormous, innovative technology interactive giant screen, the largest in the world. It's a truly exceptional multi-purpose facility, and inside there is a 50-metre long, 25-metre wide pool with 10 lanes of 2.5 metres across, 8 of which are used in competition. This is the para swimming competition, 141 medal events over 10 days of competition. At the end of this session, we'll be halfway through the competition, would you believe, at Paris 2024. And there are over 600 athletes taking part in the para swimming over the 10 days of competition. And the format for every day sees the heats for the respective finals events taking place in the earlier session, and in the later session the finals for those respective events take place. Para swimming, swimmers are categorized into various classes in an attempt to even the playing field. The athletes have all been assessed and are placed in different competitive divisions based on assessments of their abilities. The coup de baton today is Jessica Harrison, speaker for Paratriathlon, a member of the Paris 2024 Athletes Commission, strikes the baton 3 times. And a little love for those in the stands. There are still people filing their way into the venue ahead of the start of the finals, but this is what's coming up on the schedule today. 13 gold medal events to be contested in the pool this session, with the victory ceremonies interspersed between the races, in a competition that currently sees Great Britain top the medal standings ahead of China and Italy. Multiple Paralympic Games medalist Deb Gruen is alongside me for this session. Deb, what are you most looking forward to?
There's a bunch of races during the final session tonight that should be good ones. You have the women's 400-meter freestyle S7 with world record holder Morgan Stickney battling Mackenzie Cohn. Everyone always loves the men's 50 freestyle S9 with Simone Barlam. We'll also see Fanny Isle swim tonight in the 100-meter breaststroke. And of course, to top it off, the mixed 4x100 medley relay, 34 points. That should be good, with world record holders the Netherlands, but China has totally flipped up the order going into finals.
Yeah, there is set to be an intriguing battle in that race, despite the fact that Brazil were disqualified in the heats.
Yeah, big upset.
In the final. That is a big upset, but Netherlands as the world record holders and China as potential stars of the relay should be an enthralling finish to this session. The session, though, will get underway with the men's 400-meter freestyle S7. And there are a handful of French competitors in the pool for this session as well, including a team in the 4x100 medley relay, 34 points. This is the final of the men's 400-meter freestyle S7. Marc Malier is the world record holder of 4:31.06. He is now being classed up to an S8, so he's no longer swimming in the S7 classification. Numbers 1 to 10 indicate swimmers with physical impairment. The lower the number, the more severe the impairment. And in the 400-meter freestyle S7 start list, 8 competitors go from Argentina, China, Philippines, USA, neutral Paralympic athlete, Italy, and 2 from Ukraine in Trusov and Shenhur. Now, don't read too much into the starting lanes in this final. There were a few swimmers in the heats who took it a little easier, you might say, given the fact that there were only 9 competitors across the 2 heats, meaning only 1 swimmer was going to lose out on a place in the final. So what that means is, despite the lanes, you're expected to see challenges from a range of different lanes. And even in the wide lanes, the likes of Iñaki Basilov and Yuri Shenro could be challenging for a podium place. Evan Austin will go, though, in lane 4 as the quickest qualifier, but let's meet the finalists in the men's 400-meter freestyle S7. Going in lane 8 for Ukraine, 6th at the 2023 World Championships, 5th at the European Championships. The 21-year-old Yuri Shenro goes in the wide lane after a 5:19.46 in qualifying. 4th in Tokyo was Iñaki Basilov of Argentina. The 23-year-old goes in lane 1. having won gold in the 200 individual medley SM7 here already. World Championship gold medalist in 2022, silver in 23. Andrei Trusov goes in 7th for Ukraine, the silver medalist from Tokyo. Former world champion, 2023 World Championships bronze medalist. He's the European champion. Wang Shanchuan goes in lane 2 for People's Republic of China, bronze at the 2022 Asian Para Games. Representing Italy in lane 6 is Federico Biccelli, 5th in Tokyo. World Championship in 2023. He won gold after silver in 2022. Ernie Gawilan goes in lane 3, the 33-year-old, 4th at the World Championships last year. Asian Para Games gold medalist though. Neutral Paralympic athletes, Alexei Ganyuk goes in lane 5, the 25-year-old, known more for his backstroke, in which he's the European champion, but goes in a very handy lane after a sub-5-minute swim. Evan Austin, though, qualified quickest for the final, representing USA. He goes in lane 4, the bronze medalist from Tokyo, and 31-year-old man who works as a development officer for an association supporting people with impairment. Now, this is a final where genuinely challenges could come from lanes 1 to 8.
I think that's right, and Trusov still looking for his first individual gold medal. Trusov was silver in Tokyo. He was 3rd at 2022 World Champs, and then also 3rd again in 2023, beaten by Biccelli and Basilov, both of whom are in this final.
There is Biccelli. Ganyuk going in 5. Ganyuk starts from inside the pool. Flexibility in starting positions in para swimming. Getting away really well is Huang in lane 2 for China. Austin got away really well and quickly into his stroke as well. Not much of an underwater from these swimmers, but into their stroke. And Austin, Trusov and Huang look to be leading the way in the early stages. Biccelli likes to go out fairly hard and makes up a little bit of ground now. But watch out for Ernie Gawilan of Philippines. See what he manages to produce in this final. At the moment, he's a little way back, going in lane 3. But Evan Austin looking to control matters and settle into his stroke. It looks like Huang and Basilov are doing well. Yep. Basilov in lane 1.
And this is basically what we would have expected. Basilov going out hard. So Evan Austin also hanging with him, the Italian Biccelli, and right next to him in that white cap is Trusov. All 4 of them taking an early lead.
So the longest distance that these swimmers swim at the Paralympic Games, the 400-meter freestyle and the S7 classification. 400 meters is 8 lengths of the pool. So this is as much about pacing and finding your tempo, finding your rhythm in the early stages of this race than anything else. Getting your breathing right. It's Basilov who touches at the 100 ahead of Biccelli. Trusov is 3rd. So we are seeing the wider lanes starting to make a little more of a move. Austin is not far off the mark at the moment. A little way back, though, is Gawilan of Philippines and Ganyuk as well.
Yep, and they were out in a 107, which is significantly faster than what they went out this morning. Austin looks to be in about 4th, and right now Trusov trying to make a move on Biccelli from Italy in that blue cap, but Basilov in lane 1 still going out strong and trying to hold the lead. Basilov was silver in 2023. He won gold in 2022 at the World Championships, so he would really love to be first here in Paris.
And Basilov certainly has the ability to go fairly low in this race. He won Pan American Games gold fairly comfortably, did Iñaki Basilov. And he's got very strong close. He's got a remarkable freestyle finish, does Basilov, and the competitors in the pool would know they'd need to eat into his lead if they are to try to overhaul him in the closing stages of this race. He has taken out relatively hard, but they come to the 200 now. It's Basilov still ahead of Biccelli, with Trusov touching in 3rd.
That's right, and what's hard about Basilov's position right now is that the swimmers in lanes really on the opposite side of the pool, it's hard to see him. They can see him when they breathe to the left, but Vasilov so far over because he did not have a particularly quick swim, which is okay. There weren't that many swimmers. And now here they are going into the final 150 meters of this 400. As you mentioned, it's the longest swim in the Paralympic Games, and Vasilov still holding on for first.
So many of the swimmers in this race have limited use of their legs, but there's plenty of arm strength from the individuals. Huang, by contrast, has greater use of his leg, but only has the use of his right arm. He's falling back a little. He and Gawilan are battling behind the front four at the moment. But Vasilov is still showing some great strength in the pool. Bicelli is near enough to him to make a move, but it is Trusov is falling away in this sixth 50.
Yep, Trusov looks to be tiring. So now the race is on between Vasilov and Bicelli. They should be able to see each other. Now, final turn heading into the 100. Both of them don't have a strong kick, so really, really relying on their arms to propel them during this final 100. And look at Bicelli trying to make a move.
Bicelli is making a big move, and Bicelli is flying in front. Trusov is looking to go with him as well. Vasilov is a little behind Bicelli at the moment. Austin doesn't look like he's got the ability to catch up to Trusov and potentially put himself on the podium here, but Vasilov is still looking to hold on while Bicelli makes his move in lane 6. It's the Italian who's going to touch first at the 350.
Wow, now they're coming home. So Bicelli has the lead, Vasilov racing to catch up, and here's Trusov. You're right, Evan Austin has basically run out of gas.
So Bicelli now is sprinting. He is up the stroke rate considerably. Vasilov is trying as well. A little more of a windmill action for the Argentine, but Bicelli is showing some great speed in the closing stages. 15 meters to go, and Trusov finds himself making a charge, but it's all a little too late. Might he be able to claim the silver, though? Gold is going to go the way of Italy. It's Bicelli in gold. Vasilov, though, misses out on a silver as Trusov touches after a fantastic finish. Vasilov on the podium. Fourth will be Evan Austin, but a 4:38.70 within 1.5 seconds, the top three in a 400-meter freestyle in the S7. That is some finish. Fifth is Ganyuk. Gawilan touches sixth, just outside the 5-minute mark. Huang is going to come to the wall in 5:09, and Shenor touches eighth in 5:13.31. Well, we said the medals might come from the wider lanes, and indeed that was the case. Lanes 3, 4, and 5 disappeared relatively early in this final.
And here you see the various ways that swimmers start going into this 400. The start is not critical in a 400. It's 8 lengths of the pool, so considered a distance event. And here already from the start, you see Vasilov, Bicelli, and Trusov going out hard. Evan Austin from the United States was able to hang with them for about 150 to 200 meters. But then it was between, Vasilov really went out hard. He held on for the first 300 meters, but then Bicelli never really let him get out of his sight, and so he was able to come through during that last 100. And because he was right next to Trusov, that was enough for Trusov to hang on and go right past Vasilov, just out-touched him for that silver medal. And here is that fantastic finish. You see Bicelli first, and Trusov go right past Vasilov in lane 1, come in for the silver, and Vasilov claims the bronze.
Trusov, who was out-touched by Vasilov in the IM. Oh, there we go.
A little bow.
It's a flamboyant character, is Federico Bicelli, and he's Paralympic Games champion after silver in the European Championships. So a man representing Italy is on top of the podium again. Bicelli ahead of Trusov, ahead of Vasilov. Austin misses out on a podium place. This is the final of the women's 400-meter freestyle S7. Morgan Stickney is the world record holder and set a Paralympic Games record in the heats, 4:56, 4:51 her world record time. 2 from Australia, 3 from USA, 1 from Canada, Italy and Mexico respectively. Holly Warren, only 15 years old, the young Australian who'll go in lane 1. But Stickney, Cohen, Osborne, Terzi. There's a great battle in prospect. Introducing the finalists, we have teenagers in the wide lanes for this women's 400 free S7. Going in lane 8 from Mexico is the 16-year-old who was 5th at the European Championships as part of her Paris preparation, Naomi Ortiz. 5:36.91 in qualifying. 15-year-old Australian, Holly Warren, who was 2nd at the European Championships as part of her Paris 2024 preparation. 5:33.35 in qualifying. Halia Lettenberger goes for USA in lane 7. The 23-year-old, 3-time World Championships medalist, including silver last year. Also a para-triathlete. She's got loads of endurance. Going for Canada in lane 2, Sabrina Duchesne, the 23-year-old World Championships bronze medalist last year. Now this is an athlete who could make a genuine charge from lane 6. The Tokyo silver medalist Giulia Terzi, silver at the World Championships in 2022. Australia's Chloe Osborne is just 20, won the European Championships as part of her Paris preparations in Fujal. The Rio and Tokyo gold medalist is Mackenzie Cohen. The 28-year-old goes in lane 5. 3-time world champion, bronze at the Pan American Games, swimming a class up in S8. Going in lane 4 for USA is Morgan Stickney, who won gold in Tokyo in the S8 classification, has been classed down to an S7. She won the World Championships in S7 last year after winning the S8 title in 2022. That Paralympic Games record in the heat. But Giulia Terzi is an interesting one because she swam at the European Championships 58 days after giving birth to her son in order to post a qualifying time for Paris 2024. Her son Eduardo, born to her and her partner Stefano Raimondi, who's a multiple gold medalist already at these games. So Terzi going in lane 6. But Stickney, you got to feel, is favourite in this race. But Cohen will not let her title defence go easily. Good reaction time from Terzi, just rocks back on the starting blocks, then launches herself into the pool. Going in lane 1, Holly Warren is off to a great start after a good little underwater, but Terzi looks to be getting out fairly quickly here, and we're not really sure what to expect from Giulia Terzi because she didn't swim in 2023 after being World Championship silver medalist in 2022, and then swam at the European Championships just after giving birth, within 2 months of giving birth. So this is anybody's guess as to how she's actually going to approach this 400-meter freestyle S7. Meanwhile, it's Stickney who is right up with Terzi at the wall at 50.
That's right, and already you see Morgan Stickney going out first. I do think she's going to win this. It's kind of a question of by how much and whether or not she's going to set the world record in the process. That world record is fairly recent. It's from the U.S. Paralympic trials in Minneapolis from June 2024. So you know she's swimming well. She's on point. But look at Terzi right now, still ahead of Mackenzie Cohen. I think it's going to be a huge battle here for the silver and the bronze. The other one who's looking really nicely right now is Chloe Osborne from Australia. You can see her with that gold cap and all. It's really very close right now for silver and bronze.
So at the moment it is the Italian Terzi who's breaking up the American potential 1-2 with Stickney and Cohen. And Chloe Osborne is just off the shoulder of Mackenzie Cohen at the moment, not too far back. Holly Warren is still in the mix, and so too Sabrina Duchesne of Canada going in lane 2. She was 5th in Tokyo. somebody who plans on being a criminologist or a lawyer when she gives up elite swimming. But this is elite swimming by Morgan Stickney. She is well out in front and opening a commanding lead at the 150 mark. Touches in 148.20, so maybe we are on for a special time in the pool. Cohen is catching Tersey, though, at the 150 mark, and they turn very close together. And
Stickney is going a little bit quicker than she did this morning, but yep, here comes Mackenzie Cohen trying to catch Tersey. And for Tersey, what's going to be difficult is if she hasn't swam competitively on the international stage for a while, it's going to be hard for her during the back half. That's where training really comes in. That's where it's going to start to get hard. And Mackenzie Cohen, she's a phenomenal second half swimmer, but look at Chloe Osborne also hanging with them.
Chloe Osborne is putting in a really impressive burst here. With Stickney, she turns very quickly at 2:25 and the wall at 200. And this is a race in which negative splits could be on.
Yeah, especially in the lower classes. For the upper classes, like the 10s and the 9s, not so much. But in the lower classes, the reason the athletes are able to negative split a bit more is because they don't get so much out of their start, and they're not able to really turn on their legs during the last 50 or the 100 the way some of the upper classes can. And here you see Stickney, going in at the 250. She's still a little bit quicker than she was this morning, and now Mackenzie Cohen has surpassed Tersey for that second position, and they're still ahead of Chloe Osborne for Australia in fourth.
Chloe Osborne is still not out of it, and no. Indeed, if one of the two swimmers, Tersey, you might have a question mark over her head coming into this race, owing to her lack of competition in the last couple of years. Osborne might be in with a shout. It's a battle though between Cohen and Tersey for now. But the gold medal looks to be going only one way, and that's the way of Morgan Stickney. She touches at 3:40.26 at the 300-meter mark.
And Morgan Stickney is really turning on. You see her stroke rate just increase a little bit during that last 100. Now, if we look back, we see Mackenzie Cohen. She's almost about a body length ahead of Tersey, but Tersey, what does she have coming home? Again, how much has that time off hurt her, and can she battle back Mackenzie Cohen, who's also a very good sprinter?
She is. Tersey and Cohen have both picked up the pace here going into the final 100, and it doesn't look like Osborne has the ability to go with them, so maybe we have the medalists decided already. Stickney turns into the final 50 now, and she's well ahead of where she might like to be. Stickney is going to post a very fast time. Just how fast will it be? Morgan Stickney, enormous pull underwater, very powerful swimmer. She's got 25 meters to go to the wall, and she's 20 meters clear of Cohen, who has absolutely launched herself off the wall and is flying past Tersey and well ahead of the Italian, coming for bronze as Osborne tries to chase down Tersey. But up front, it's Morgan Stickney, and she's going to go for a Paralympic Games record here. It's outside her world record, but it is a Paralympic Games record for Morgan Stickney, who takes gold for USA in 4:53.88. It's going to be Mackenzie Cohen, though, who was just off the shoulder of Tersey for much of this race, who is going to finish second, as USA will make it a 1-2. Mackenzie Cohen, two-time defending champion, takes silver, and Julia Tersey, back after giving birth to her son Eduardo in February this year, is on the podium again with bronze. Osborne touches for Australia fourth. These swimmers battling for placings. It's Littenberger who just out-touches Duchesne of Canada for fifth, as Warren touches seventh in 5:26. And coming home now is Naomi Ortiz, who will touch eighth for Mexico in 5:36. But a US 1-2, it was not unexpected. But Morgan Stickney, a 4:53.88 Paralympic Games record, the winning time.
That is really fast. A 4:53.88. She's got to be really happy with that time. One thing to note about Morgan Stickney is that she was a national ranked able-bodied swimmer in the 1500. That's 1500 is what we call the mile. That is a distance event. So you know she knows how to swim this 400, and she did exactly that. Here they are in the start. Tersey had a great start. She got out ahead in good reaction time, and then Morgan Stickney pops up and really never let this race go. She used a towel on the top so that it doesn't rub her too much when she flies into the water, and she gets right into her stroke. She's a very even, very consistent swimmer, and she led this race from start to finish. Tersey, though, I mean, you got to hand it to her. She went 5:12.61 after not being on the international circuit for some time. She battled against Mackenzie Cohn, who's such a formidable swimmer. There's Terzi with that open water turn right there. And she and Mackenzie, they went for it the entire way. And Mackenzie Cohn, 5:10.34. She also has to be very happy with the time. That was a solid swim for her as well, and coming home with silver.
Just by over 20 meters, Morgan Stickney has taken the gold.
And Morgan Stickney, and who could even forget about that phenomenal race in Tokyo? She's recently been classed down, but in Tokyo she was an S8, and she took down Jessica Long to win the gold.
Right at the wall, Mackenzie Cohen touching second, the two-time defending champion, and Terzi, after silver in Tokyo, touches for bronze. Chloe Osborne, a fine swim to finish fourth in this final. And she showed that there is potential for her time to come. Holly Warren as well, of Australia, just 15 years old. So Stickney ahead of Cohen, ahead of Terzi. And there's the celebration.
Yeah.
It's a US 1-2. Confirming the results in the women's 400-meter freestyle S7, it's USA 1-2. Morgan Stickney in Paralympic Games record time 4:53.88 takes gold ahead of Mackenzie Cohen. Julia Terzi in bronze medal position. This is the final of the men's 50-meter freestyle S9. The world record holder is Simone Barlam, the only swimmer in the S9 classification to go sub 24 seconds, 23.96. A Paralympic Games record in the heats for Simone Barlam. He goes in lane 4 as the overwhelming favourite. Mozgovoi, Shear, Hill, Barlam, Solberg, Tarasov, Shrink and Vasilenko. Going in lane 8 is Dmitry Vasilenko, the 33-year-old, in his only event here in Paris. Fifth at both the World Championships last year and the European Championships earlier this year. Going in lane 1 is Bogdan Mozgovoi, the 23-year-old, bronze at the European Championships in April. He was 6th in Tokyo. Going in lane 7 and representing Spain is Ariel Schrenk, the 22-year-old, 5th at the 2022 and 6th at the 2023 World Championships, 7th at the European Championships though. This teenager is 19-year-old Xue Jili, representing China. More recognized for his butterfly, to be fair, but has made the 50 freestyle final. Denis Tarasov goes in lane 6. He won gold in London. He won silver in Tokyo. The 31-year-old is a two-time world champion, silver medalist at the European Championships. Going in lane 3 is Jamal Hill. Traditionally a really good starter, which is significant in a 50-meter free. He was bronze medalist in Tokyo, but silver medalist at the World Championships 2 years ago. The man who's improved considerably since his 5th place finish in Tokyo is now 22-year-old Fredrik Solberg of Oslo in Norway. Silvers at the last 2 World Championships behind the favourite Simone Barlam. And here is the defending champion, the 24-year-old. He is 4-time and reigning world champion. He is the European champion. He is the world record holder, and he set a Paralympic Games record in the heats, 24:24. He was over a second quicker than any other swimmer in a 50-meter freestyle. That is substantial.
And this is his race, right? I mean, we saw him in the 400 freestyle. He took the silver medal. Hugo Didier, you know, he had the help with the French crowd behind him. And then Simone Barlam swam up a class for the 100, and now we're in his class for the 50, which is, some might say, his best event.
It'd be difficult to argue that this is his best event. At the Manchester World Championships last year, he went sub 24 seconds at 23.96. Solberg is quick. And he can match Barlam if Barlam does not get a particularly good start. Jamal Hill is pretty good off the blocks and into his stroke. He'll be confident that he could make a podium place if he gets off to a good start. Tarasov is dangerous, a former champion as well. Shear is also a pretty good starter, although more of a fly stroker. But Simone Barlam has to go as defending champion, as four-time and reigning world champion, as world record holder, the favorite in this race, the men's 50-meter freestyle S9. So much depends on the start, and Barlam did not get off to a particularly good start. It was Solberg who got off to a really good start. He uses his underwater and comes up nicely. Shears off to a really good start, but Barlam starting to get into his stroke now, comes into his own. Jamal Hill is being left a little behind by Barlam, who's just bisecting Solberg and Hill and blowing past them. Still in this race is Tarasov now for a place. Barlam looks a little off this world record pace, but he's going to come to the wall and just outside. Oh, it is world record time, 23.90. Barlam takes it ahead of Solberg. As Tarasov touching second. It looked like he was just off world record pace, but somehow a spurt in the closing stages means that he's gone sub 24 seconds again in a final. He has won the gold medal by 1.25 seconds in a 50-meter freestyle. That is commanding. He has so stamped his authority on this race. He defends his Tokyo title sensationally. It's a world record 23.90. Tarasov somehow outtouched Solberg at the wall to claim the silver, but Barlam, I'm going to take a pause for a moment.
Yeah, I think you might need to. That was phenomenal. He is undoubtedly the king of freestyle. I revised what I said in the beginning. This is definitely his best event. My goodness, did you see that? And he didn't even
didn't get a good start.
I know. He went 23.9 and he didn't even have a great start. Wow. And here's the start right here. You can see Barlam way behind coming into the water, but it's not a problem for Simone Barlam. Look at him go. He just blows past everyone else. During the second half of the race, he puts his head down. He doesn't really breathe. And already here halfway, coming into about 15, 20 meters to go, he's about half a body length to a full body length ahead of everyone else in a 50. And he's just off the world record there, but somehow he managed to sneak in, get his hand on the wall in under world record time with the 23.9.
Oh, by a fingernail, hits the wall in world record time. By 600ths of a second, he breaks his own world record. Barlam is champion again. And he did it after genuinely an awful reaction time off the blocks. He could swim 23.7, 23.6 with a better reaction time off the blocks, which is almost unthinkable. That is phenomenal. 23.90 world record.
You know, if he had a better reaction time, though, it wouldn't be so dramatic. And Simone Barlam likes drama.
Simone Barlam is champion in world record time, 23.90. By 1.25 seconds, he takes gold ahead of Denis Tarasov. Fredrik Solberg is on the podium with the 25.33 and bronze. This is the final of the men's 50-meter backstroke S3. The world record holder, Min Byung-eun, a world record holder in 42.21. That is some time. 8 competitors to go in this final. Going in lane 8 is Australia's Ahmed Kelly, the 32-year-old, 7th at the World Championships in this event, but silver in the 150 IM here. Going in lane 1 is Turkey's 23-year-old Umut Unlu, 6th at the World Championships last year, 6th at the European Championships this year. Spain's 22-year-old Daniel Ferrer goes in lane 7. He was silver medalist in the World Championships last year, but finished well off his time with 7th at the European Championships. The Rio bronze medalist is Vincenzo Boni, now 36, the 3-time World Championship medalist, including bronze at last year's World Championships in Manchester. Goes in 2. Tokyo bronze medalist is Mexico's 29-year-old Diego Lopez. He goes after a 50.64 in qualifying. The Parapan American Games gold medalist and 3-time world champion. You'll see a top claimed gold in the 150 IM SM3 here. Looks for further success in the 50 back S3. He was the European Championship silver medalist. Sergei Palamarchuk, Rio bronze medalist as an S2. The 35-year-old, 5th at the World Championships last year and 5th at the European Championships. But going for Ukraine in lane 4 is Denis Ostapchenko, the silver medalist from Tokyo, 2023 World Champion, 2024 European Champion. The 23-year-old has got some pace. 45.97 he swam in qualifying. That was effectively 3 seconds quicker than anybody else in this field. Men's 50-meter backstroke S3 final. Topf is having a good meet. His IM victory will no doubt boost his confidence. Ukraine perhaps eyeing a 1-2 finish as well, as Ostapchenko and Palamarchuk start alongside one another in lanes 4 and 5. So a reminder that this is the backstroke event. All the swimmers will start from inside the pool. Many have assists at the start, just to help the athletes stabilize at the start. Here's a really good start from Ahmed Kelly of Australia. And how will he go once he gets into his stroke? Ostapchenko uses the single arm backstroke and looks to get going. Topf is off to a really good start, and he's pushing the pace early, but Ostapchenko looks like he's making up ground on Topf already. Palamarchuk using the double arm backstroke, maybe not quite in third at the moment. It looks like Boni using the double arm backstroke has got himself in third, as Ostapchenko looks to chase down Topf. Yeah, and Topf has to have so much confidence from that 150 individual medley, but look at Ostapchenko. Topf cannot keep pace with him as he starts to really reel him in at the end. Palamarchuk is looking to challenge Boni for second place at the moment. Ostapchenko's going to come to the wall and touches in 45.16 to take gold. Topf with his second medal in Paris, and it's Palamarchuk just ahead of Boni. Two from Ukraine on the podium, and Topf separating the two Ukrainians. Ostapchenko, though, in 45.16 is champion. Topf nearly 2 seconds back of 47.06. And that was a big swim for Ostapchenko. He was silver in Tokyo. He was bronze at Worlds in 2022, and then he was first at 2023, but there's nothing like winning that gold medal at the Paralympics, which is exactly what he just did. Now, here you have the start, and this is the S3 classification, so the way that the swimmers start varies a lot depending on the swimmer. And you can see right here, Ostapchenko, he uses that single arm backstroke, but he had a lot of ground to make up for Topf. Topf gets off to a beautiful start. He's really able to use and propel himself underwater, and he led for about 60 to 70 meters. And then Ostapchenko, right at the end, you can see how quickly he's turning over his arms. He kind of has this diagonal stroke because he can't quite extend all the way through, but what he does, which is so great, is he keeps up the pace all the way until the end, and then really in the last 5 meters, that's where he took off. And he comes home in 45.16. That's a great swim for Ostapchenko from Ukraine. So Ostapchenko, the first of two Ukrainians on the podium. Topf separating the two. Got off to a blistering start, did Topf, but wasn't able to maintain that pace as Ostapchenko got into his stroke. And through the second 25 in the pool, was able to carve out a lead. Ostapchenko is champion in 45.16 ahead of Josea Topf of Germany, 47.06. Palamarchuk just outside 50 seconds, touches just ahead of Vincenzo Boni for bronze. This is the final of the women's 50-meter backstroke S3. The world record holder is Peng Choping. It's on the way to victory in Rio 2016. The competitors who go, Eli Chalice is the standout in terms of qualification, but let's meet the competitors. 8th in Rio was Sonja Sigurdardóttir from Iceland. The 34-year-old goes in lane 8, 5th at the World Championships and at the European Championships. Going in lane 1 for Israel is 26-year-old Veronika Guirenko, 7th at the World Championships last year, 6th at the European Championships this year. Brazil's Mayara Pereira Barreto goes in lane 7. She was 4th in Tokyo. Right, 2 years ago, a bronze medalist at the World Championships. Fellow Brazilian in Edenia Nogueira Garcia goes in lane 2. The Athens and London S4 silver medalist, now 37, 2019 World Champion, silver in 2023. The Pan American Games bronze medalist. Domiziana Mecenate goes for Italy in lane 6, 4th at the European Championships for the 22-year-old. Just outside 60 seconds in qualifying. Someone who broke the 60-second barrier in qualifying is 30-year-old Spaniard Marta Fernandez, who goes in 3, bronze at the European Championships this year. Zoya Szczurova goes as a neutral Paralympic athlete in lane 5, silver at the European Championships. But the Tokyo silver medalist is favourite for the gold in Paris. Eli Chalice of Great Britain, now 20, is the reigning European and world champion. Chalice makes her way to lane 4. Dominant in the qualifiers, Chalice. But Szczurova, Fernandez, quick, can go sub 60 seconds. Mecenate too. So 1 length of the pool in backstroke in this S3 classification. Fernandez goes in 3. But Eli Chalice, who enjoys so many different activities, from baking to snowboarding, finds herself going in 4 as the favourite. Quickest to qualify, 53.86. And nearly 5 seconds, the quickest to qualify for this final. Great Britain top the medal standings. Can she add to their gold medal tally here? Good reaction time from Szczurova going in 5 and Fernandez going in 3. Chalice not off to a terrible start, but she will get into a stroke and then look to build in her race. Fernandez using the double arm backstroke, going nicely at the moment and just looking to lead the way in the early stages, but Chalice finding a little bit of rhythm. Szczurova looking to go with her in lane 5 as well, and Chalice is now building a lead up toward the 25-meter mark.
That's right, and Eli Chalice doesn't get a lot off the backstroke start. She holds something, she pulls herself up a little, but immediately she starts off from behind. But that's okay because of how fast her turnover is. And here she is way out ahead and leading the pack, coming in towards the end of the last 10 meters.
Incredibly fast stroke rate from Eli Chalice, so too from Szczurova, who finds herself now in 2nd and pulling away from Fernandez and Mecenate, who are battling for the bronze medal here. But Eli Chalice is going to come to the wall and take another gold medal for Great Britain at Paris 2024, 53.56. It's silver for Szczurova and bronze to Fernandez, only just ahead of Mecenate. Spain on the podium again. Nogueira touches 5th, 6th for Pereira Barreto of Brazil. Iceland's Sigurdardóttir finishes 7th and Guirenko 8th, a 109.66 But 53-56 wins it for Chalice. The 20-year-old with her first Paralympic Games gold medal after silver in Tokyo, had her second Paralympic Games, only in 2 events in Paris, and she's won her first.
And you can see Chalice holds on to that black cord on the block, and then she comes out. She's right here is the start. She's definitely not in first. She's way behind, really, after she pops up from the start. But what she does so well is she gets right into her stroke, and she keeps a very quick turnover. And she went 58.36, which is a lot faster than she actually went in Tokyo, where she won that silver medal. She was only 55 there. So a 58.36, she's got to be happy with that time. And of course, she has to be happy with the place because it was gold.
It's really Chalice. Nearly 5 seconds ahead of Shurova in this final. Marta Fernandez just outside the 60-second mark. So some way off her qualifying mark as well. But is still on the podium. Chalice taking gold, Shurova silver, and Fernandez for Spain bronze. Commanding win. Well, congratulated by Mark Woods, multiple Paralympic Games gold medalist himself. Ellie Chalice takes the women's 50-meter backstroke S3 title, her first Paralympic Games gold medal. Zoya Shurova takes silver, and Fernandez of Spain bronze. This is the final of the men's 100-meter breaststroke SB14. Yamaguchi Naoide of Japan is the world record holder, and indeed the Paralympic Games record holder as well. He goes in this final in lane 3, but he is not the quickest qualifier, only finishing his 3rd quickest qualifier in the preliminaries. Competitors from Great Britain, Japan, Australia, Brazil, Canada, Ukraine, Ireland, and neutral Paralympic athlete Artem Pavlenko. He was silver medalist as far back as London. In this pool where all the magic has happened so far at Paris 2024, having witnessed a glorious world record by the incredible Simone Barlam of Italy already in this session.
You're still surprised by that?
I'm still not over that. 23.90, come on. The men's 100-meter breaststroke SB14. Going in lane 8 and representing Ireland is Deaton Registe, the 20-year-old, 4th at the European Championships in his only event here in Paris. London silver medalist is Artem Pavlenko. The 34-year-old now was World Championship bronze medalist as far back as 2013, but he picked up bronze at the European Championships this year. Goes in 1. 4th in Tokyo is Vasil Krajnik. The 28-year-old won silver at the European Championships this year. Only 7th at the World Championships last year, though, and goes in 7. Harry Stewart is the reigning European champion. The 20-year-old won in Funchal. He goes in 2. The 20-year-old from Canada. 5th in Tokyo is Nicholas Bennett, 200 freestyle silver medalist here, 2023 World Championship silver medalist as well. Here is the world record holder and defending champion, Tokyo gold medalist Yamaguchi Naoide, the 23-year-old 3-time and reigning world champion, the Asian Para Games gold medalist. A man who's much improved since his 7th place finish in Tokyo is João Pedro Brutos de Oliveira, the 20-year-old. Goes as the World Championship bronze medalist from 2 years ago in lane 5. Asking for a little love here. Here's the Tokyo silver medalist, 26-year-old Jake Mikel of Australia, silver at the World Championships in 2022. He qualified in a 1:04.66, only 0.04 of a second quicker than the Brazilian who goes alongside him in 5. And this could be a particularly tight race. the men's 100-meter breaststroke SB14.
And we have the world record holder, Yamaguchi, and he'll be swimming in lane 3. That world record isn't particularly old. It was only set in March 2023. So even though he wasn't that quick during prelims, I do expect him to go faster during finals.
A man who has experienced that feeling of winning at home, but not winning in front of an enormous crowd at the Paralympic Games. Certainly an experience that many of these swimmers have come to absolutely relish. And what a crowd, what an audience, what encouragement there's been from those who've made their way to Paris La Défense Arena for the para swimming competition at Paris 2024. The men's 100-meter breaststroke SB14 final. Good reaction from Yamaguchi, and Mikel alongside him as well. He'll be looking to use his underwater, and Yamaguchi into his stroke a little quicker than Mikel of Australia, but going nicely is Bennett of Canada, who likes to get out well and is already a medalist at these games after his silver in the 200 free. A very competent breaststroker, where Brutus de Oliveira is finding a little bit of speed as well. So the front four are not too far separated from one another.
And Yamaguchi looks to be leading at the 50. Yep, he's going to touch first in 29.16. That is what we would expect from the world record holder. Now, on the way back, let's see if he can hold it. He's a lot quicker than he was during preliminaries.
The top four separated by less than a second, but Yamaguchi is absolutely building into his race after that fantastic turn. Mikel is looking to come back at him in the closing 25 meters, and Bennett is making a big charge now on the Australian and the Japanese star. Well, Bennett is making a push from lane 6 and may just get himself onto the top tier of the podium. Mikel has gone past Yamaguchi. Bennett's gone past both and touches in 1:03.98 to take gold for Canada. Mikel touches for Australia to take silver, and Yamaguchi has bronze. The world record holder is beaten by 2 athletes in this final. What a swim from Bennett of Canada. Nicholas Bennett, a 1:03.98, sub 1:04, and after his freestyle silver, he's got gold. His first Paralympic Games gold. Nicholas Bennett, phenomenal swim, 1:03.98, out in 29.80. It's strong finish, this.
And just look at everyone dive into the water. This was a gutsy swim from Nicholas Bennett from Canada. He went out quickly, you can see, but right in the center of the pool, it's Yamaguchi and Jake from Japan and Jake Michel from Australia. Yamaguchi is, of course, the world record holder. He touched first in 29 low, but then Yamaguchi's second half was not very good, and he got passed right at the end by Jake Michel and Nicholas Bennett. And here's Nicholas Bennett with this really fast charge right at the end, and also Jake Michel in that gold cap. They go right past Yamaguchi. Bennett first, Michel second, Yamaguchi third.
Well, Canada with a grand result. Canada have gold in the pool at Paris 2024, a 5th medal. Nicholas Bennett on top. Nicholas Bennett turned third but touched first. 1:03.98 takes it ahead of Jake Michel of Australia. Yamaguchi Naoide, the world record holder, is a bronze medalist. This is the final of the women's 100-meter breaststroke SB14. World record holder 1:12.02 by Michel Alonso. Now, there are 2 names that jump out at you because they share a name. They are the favorites as well. Deborah and Beatriz Borges Carneiro. They are twin sisters. They are incredibly close, not only in life, but in the pool as well. Their times are almost exact. Going in lane 8 in this final is Olivia Newman-Baronius for Great Britain, the 17-year-old with relay gold already here in Paris. Chanyu Lam goes for Hong Kong, China in lane 1, the 20-year-old, silver in the 100 fly already, the Asian Para Games silver medalist. 7th in Tokyo with Serizawa Mikika of Japan. 6th at the World Championships last year. Asian Para Games gold in Hangzhou. Going in lane 2 for France. Asia Morin-Aspio, the European Championship silver medalist. Tokyo silver medalist is Louise Fides. She goes for Great Britain in 6th. 200 free bronze here already, the 2019 world champion. Paige Leonard, 6th in both Rio and Tokyo, but I dare say we'll be looking for something significantly better in Paris. The 2023 World Championship bronze medalist goes in 3. The Tokyo bronze medalist is Beatriz Borges Carneiro. She goes for Brazil in lane 5, the 26-year-old World Championship silver medalist, but the Parapans American Games gold medalist. Her twin sister, Deborah, goes in lane 4. Deborah Borges Carneiro. They've put their hometown of Maringa on the map in Brazil, the 2023 world champion, but Parapan American Games silver medalist behind Beatriz. It's difficult to tell them apart in their times, in their features. One of the easiest ways is to have a look and see which arm their Dory tattoo is on. Dory tattoo on her right arm for Beatriz. Dory tattoo on the left arm for Deborah, who has got her arms raised now. Morin-Aspio of France. What a momentous occasion for the 17-year-old who goes in 2 in this final.
And these twin sisters are really amping up this crowd. You could see her pumping her fists, tapped her, good luck to her sister right next door, and here they go.
Now in races, to see them separated by less than 1/3 of a second is not uncommon. How fast will they go? They've both posted 1:14s in the last year. Both posting 1:16s in qualifying. With Leonard of Australia in 3 and Fides of Great Britain in 6.
Take your marks.
It's a great start for Leonard of Australia in 3. The World Championships bronze medalist is looking for something special, and she's up on the shoulder of Morin-Aspio, who had a great underwater. But Borges Carneiro, Deborah, I should say, going in lane 4, looks to be just in front at the moment of her twin sister, but Louise Fides looks to be leading the way.
Yep, Louise Fides in that red cap is leading the 2 Brazilians, but here comes Deborah Borges Carneiro right in the middle, trying to make a move coming into the end of the first 50.
So Deborah going in lane 4, Beatriz in lane 5. Louise Fides looks to be separating them at the wall. Indeed, it is Brazil, Great Britain, Brazil at the wall, separated by 1/3 of a second effectively. And after a wonderful turn, Beatriz is not too far off her twin sister. Louise Fides is making a charge, but the Borges Carneiro twins showing some speed, but Leonard coming back at both of them here in a closing final 50.
And Louise Fides does seem to be leading the charge, followed by Deborah, and here comes Leonhard trying to pass one of the twin sisters.
Top 4 are clear. Leonard, Borges Carneiro, Deborah and Beatriz and Fides in the top 4. Fides is pulling away in the closing stages. It's going to be another gold for Great Britain. Fides touches ahead of the Borges Carneiro twins. Deborah takes silver, Beatriz takes bronze, and Leonard is only just off the podium. Fides is champion. Louise Fides in 1:15.47 takes the gold. It's her first gold at the Paralympic Games. It's her 4th medal after a bronze in the 200 free. Borges Carneiro twins both going 1:16. They're regular 1:14, 1:15 swimmers. Fides, though, in disbelief at the result. But the twins from Brazil will share a podium. A podium, though, that'll be topped by Louise Fides.
That was a surprising swim. You see, Louise Fides went out really quickly. And the 2 twin sisters are normally faster, as you said. They're normally 1:14 swimmers. They were not on their times. But Louise Fides was. And here you see in the first 50, it was the Brazilian who touched just ahead of Luis Fires, but the Great Britain swimmer had this phenomenal back half. Here you see that red cap just taking control at the final 10 meters, followed by Deborah Borges Carneiro and then her twin sister Beatrice.
That's a phenomenal final 15 meters from Luis Fires. Really phenomenal to claim her first Paralympic Games gold medal. That reaction suggests it was unexpected. The Borges Carneiro twins were overwhelming favorites, and she's upset them both to claim top spot on the podium. Another fantastic swim. Feel for Leonard, though, off the podium again after another great swim. Luis Fires takes gold in 1:15.47 ahead of Deborah Borges Carneiro, and Beatriz taking bronze. Leonard misses out by less than a tenth of a second. Fifth for Morin Espiau of France. This is the victory ceremony of the men's 400-meter freestyle S7. The medalists make their way out. Medalists who are swimming in wider lanes in this final. Italy, Ukraine and Argentina represented on the podium. Presenting the medals, the IPC governing board member Chelsea Gottel. And she is accompanied by Dr. Bob Price, member of the Paralympic Order. Iñaki Basilov is bronze medalist in the men's 400-meter freestyle S7 after his phenomenal gold in the 200-meter individual medley. His first two medals at the Paralympic Games, in this his second appearance at the Paralympic Games, and he seems inspired, does the 23-year-old Argentine. He swam to gold at the Pan American Games. He posted 4:40.27 and led for effectively 300 meters in this race. Took the race out relatively hard. He couldn't close quite as hard as he so often does in a freestyle event. The silver medalist from Tokyo is the silver medalist again. It's a remarkable 8th Paralympic Games medal for Andrei Tusov of Ukraine. But he still awaits his first gold medal in Paris after claiming 2 in Tokyo. The European champion with silver in 4:40.17 seconds. He beat Basilov to the wall by a tenth of a second to claim this silver medal. Well, this is a man who has a tattoo of a shark on one of his arms because they were the creatures that he feared most when he was smaller, but decided that he would get the tattoo to defeat his own fear so that he could become the best predator in the pool. And my word, he was exactly that on the night. 5th in Tokyo. The world champion in 2023 has come up with a special swim, 4:38.70. Takes gold, his first individual Paralympic Games medal, and it's gold in the 400 free S7. The medalist in the men's 400-meter freestyle S7, Federico Biccelli, has gold ahead of Andrei Trusov, with Inaki Basilov taking bronze.
And now the victory ceremony for the women's 400-meter freestyle class S7. The medals will be presented by Chelsea Gotel, IPC governing board member and former Paralympic swimmer for Team Canada. And she'll be accompanied by Dr. Bob Price, member of the Paralympic Order. And the bronze medal representing Italy is Giulia Terzi. This was one of her first major international competitions back after giving birth. And she proved just how strong she still is. She went 5:12.61, which was fast enough to win bronze here in Paris. Silver medalist from the United States of America, Mackenzie Cohn. She went 5:10.34, and she swam an unbelievable back half. She chased down Giulia Terzi. Wasn't quick enough for gold, but it was definitely good enough for silver. Winning the gold medal from the United States of America was Morgan Stickney. She went 4:53.88. She broke her own Paralympic record that she set during the preliminary session. Morgan was a nationally ranked age group swimmer. She won the gold medal in the 400 freestyle as an 8, and then she won gold again in the 400 freestyle as a 7.
United States of America.
And here are the medalists for the women's 400-meter freestyle class S7. Bronze went to Giulia Terzi from Italy, silver Mackenzie Cohn from the US, and gold Morgan Stickney from the US.
Can't imagine why DJ Steve has chosen his song. He's probably got his reasons. Well done to Mackenzie Cohen and Morgan Stickney. USA all the way to gold and silver. Mackenzie Cohen celebrating with the flag. Morgan Stickney celebrating with the gold. The Americans right up at the top on the very back row of La France Arena. Good evening to all of you Americans, wherever you are. You are in very, very good spirit with the gold and silver in the 400 freestyle S7.
This is the final of the men's 50-meter freestyle S13. The world record holder is Ihar Boki. He goes as the favorite in lane 4 in this final, having won gold in Rio and Tokyo after silver in London. 2 neutral Paralympic athletes, 3 from Ukraine, 2 from Uzbekistan, and Canada's Nicolas Guy Turbide go in this final. Going in lane 8, the Rio 2016 bronze medalist Muzaffar Tursankhajayev, the 26-year-old 2019 World Championships bronze medalist. He won silver at the Asian Para Games last year. The 2010 World Champion 34-year-old Dimitri Salai, an S12 swimmer swimming in this S13 classification, won silver in the S12 classification in Rio. Going in lane 7 from Uzbekistan is Islam Aslanov, 4th in Tokyo. The 30-year-old, the 2023 World Championship silver medalist, the 2022 Asian Para Games gold medalist. He's a 23.5 swimmer. Nicolas Guy Turbide goes for Canada in lane 2. The 27-year-old two-time Paralympic Games finalist and World Championships bronze medalist last time out, won gold at the Commonwealth Games in Birmingham. Tokyo silver medalist Ilya Yaremenko goes for Ukraine in lane 6. The 3-time World Championships medalist is an S12 swimmer. Oleksiy Virchenko goes for Ukraine in lane 3. He was 7th in Tokyo, but he is the 2022 and 2023 World Champion, the 2024 European Championship silver medalist, a 23.43 swimmer. Maxim Veraksa is the fastest ever Paralympian. He is the world record holder in the S12 classification, 22.99, represents Ukraine and goes in lane 5. But after silver in London, gold in Rio, gold in Tokyo, Ihar Boki comes to this starting block, standing on the verge of immortality at the Paralympic Games. He's aiming for his 20th Paralympic Games gold medal, his 22nd Paralympic Games medal in just his 24th Paralympic Games event. Ihar Boki, Veraksa at 40 now, 8-time Paralympic Games gold medalist, 15-time medalist, 4-time and reigning S12 world champion. Veraksa and Boki go side by side in 4 and 5. Boki hasn't looked at his best, but he's won 3 golds from 3 events in Paris 2024. The significance of a good start is massive. A quick reaction time is imperative. Good reaction time from Turbide of Canada. Virchenko got away nicely as well, but Boki and Veraksa are the 2 who battle one another in lanes 4 and 5. Virchenko is looking strong, and Virchenko is leading at the moment through the opening 25 meters. Boki is coming back a little at Veraksa, but it's Virchenko who's still holding on for the time being. Is Boki going to be beaten? Maybe Yaremenko on the podium as well. Boki is not going to claim gold here. It's going to be in lane 4. Boki is the champion. How did he manage to do that ahead of Yaremenko and Virchenko? He's done it and claimed his 20th Paralympic Games gold medal, his 22nd Paralympic Games medal. Just when I thought he was out of it with Virchenko and Yaremenko, he has somehow snuck in by 0.2 of a second. The top 3 are separated. Veraksa is not on the podium. Ihar Boki has become only the third Paralympian to ever win 20 gold medals in a single sport, summer or winter. Only 3 people ever have done it. And he's made the step up from champion to legend.
I'm kind of in disbelief over this swim. I mean, he's always legendary, but look at this. He actually comes from behind here. He's not even leading halfway through. And this was some finish by the great Ihar Boki. I mean, we would expect nothing less, but he really came from behind here and pulled this one out. Look at this finish. Such a long wingspan, and just dives for it right at the end to go 23.65 and outtouch the 2 Ukrainians in the 50.
He was third. He was third with meters to go. Somehow manages to outtouch Yaramenko and Virchenko. Boki smiling, his champion again. He is a phenomenon, genuinely a phenomenon. Yaramenko is an S12 swimmer, so an athlete with more severe visual impairment on the podium. Yaramenko ahead of Virchenko, and Viraksa is not on the podium. This is the final of the women's 50-meter freestyle S13. Katja Dedekant, the world record holder, swam in the qualifiers but failed to qualify for the final. Here are the 8 competitors who will go, including 3 from USA, 2 from Spain. Brazil, Italy and Germany also represented. 2 S12 swimmers are among the swimmers who go. They have more severe visual impairment, including the favorite, the defending champion Maria Gomes Santiago of Brazil, who goes in lane 4. Going in lane 8 is the 20-year-old Emma Feliu, 5th at the 2023 World Championships, dead heated with her compatriot Marianne Polo at the European Championships for silver. Elena Kravzov goes in lane 1 for Germany, the 30-year-old, 5th at the European Championships. Her best event, the 100-meter breaststroke, is still to come. Going in lane 7 for USA is Olivia Chambers, the 21-year-old who won 400 freestyle gold here. Looks for a sprint medal as the World Championships bronze medalist. Also representing USA, going in lane 2 is Grace Newfer, the 22-year-old 100 fly silver medalist here, Pan American Games silver medalist in Santiago, qualified with a 28.09. Coached by her brother, Marianne Polo goes for Spain in lane 6, the 23-year-old at his 2nd Paralympic Games after Rio, the 2017 World Championships bronze medalist. Bronze medalist in Tokyo was Carlotta Gigli of Italy. She goes in 3, the 23-year-old who's taken 100 fly gold, 400 free silver and 100 back bronze so far in Paris. She's the 2-time world champion and reigning European champion. Going in lane 5 is Gia Pergolini, 100 backstroke gold medalist here in S13. She goes in lane 5. But quickest to qualify is the defending champion, the 39-year-old from Brazil, Maria Carolina Gomes Santiago, 100-meter backstroke gold medalist, the Pan American Games gold medalist, a Paralympic record, 1/10 of a second off her world record in the heats. Is that world record in danger in this final? 26.61 the mark for Maria Gomes Santiago to potentially beat, or any other swimmer that is.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, there's 3 swimmers from the U.S., so Gomes Santiago is surrounded on all sides. Gia Pergolini, we already know she's swimming quick. Olivia Chambers had that monster 400, but we'll see what kind of speed she has in the 50.
So Kravzov, Newfer, Gigli who goes in 3. She's one of these swimmers who requires a tapper at the wall, somebody to indicate that the wall is near. Both Kravzov and Maria Gomes Santiago as the S12 swimmers with more severe visual impairment than the S13s require tappers as well.
Take your marks.
Santiago gets off to a decent start after missing the final in the 100 fly. One wonders just how much additional motivation there'll be for the Brazilian favourite to win gold here. She looks to be rollicking along through the opening stages up towards the 25-metre mark in lanes 4 and 5. They're alongside one another, Gomes Santiago and Pergolini, and they're pulling clear of the field now. The battle for bronze is certainly on here, but Maria Gomes Santiago pulling away from Pergolini in the closing stages will defend her Tokyo gold title here, and she does it in Paralympic Games record time, 26:71. 26:75 in the S12 classification. A solid swim from Maria Gomes Santiago, not quite at her world record time, but she's gold medalist again and takes it ahead of USA's Gia Pergolini. Carlotta Gili is on the podium from lane 3 and has a bronze medal again. Gili touched third ahead of a host of swimmers who were within 0.05 of a second of one another, including Polo and Chambers.
And Pergolini actually got off to a great start, but here's Gomes Santiago. Such a great swim here. She went 26:75. She was just off of her Paralympic record. And remember, Gomes Santiago is a 12. She swam up a class to swim with swimmers in the S13. What separates the 12 from the 13 is the radius of vision. Of course, as you noted, the 12s are more visually impaired than the 13s. Here's the tap from Gomes Santiago, tells her when to finish, and she nails the finish, which is so critical on the 50.
0.14 of a second separated second to fifth in this race, but winning by over 3/4 of a second was Maria Gomes Santiago. Kravtsov to congratulate Gomes Santiago. Kravtsov finished 6th. Confirming the results in the women's 50-metre freestyle S13, the S12 swimmer defends the title she won in Tokyo. 26:75 Paralympic Games record in the S12 classification. 27:51, 27:60 is on the podium with Gili. 0.04 of a second back is Polo, and Chambers 1/100th of a second back of her.
It's a really close race.
This is the victory ceremony for the men's 50-metre freestyle S9. The medalists making their way out. Oh, he can smile now, Simone Barlam. He knows what's coming because of what he's just achieved in the pool.
The medals will be presented by
IPC governing board member Luca Panciali will present the medals. And he is accompanied by Dr. Bjorn Hedman, a member of the Paralympic Order. At his first Paralympic Games, Fredrik Solberg is on the podium, and he outtouched a host of incredible performers, including the bronze medalist from Tokyo, Jamal Hill, to get himself onto the podium. Fredrik Solberg touched in 25:33 to claim bronze. The two-time World Championship silver medalist. Denis Tarasov was only just quicker than Fredrik Solberg. He touched in 25.15 to claim the silver medal. After being the silver medalist at the European Championships, the two-time world champion who took gold in London has his second silver in this event after silver in Tokyo as well. Denis Tarasov came to Paris to swim exactly one event, and he's on the podium in that event. His 8th Paralympic Games medal. It's his 5th silver. It's half a dozen Paralympic Games medals now for Simone Barlam, but it's his second gold, and it's come in the same event that he won gold in 3 years ago. In the men's 50-meter freestyle S9, Simone Barlam got off to what has to be described as a sluggish start. His reaction time was poor, but once he got into the pool, he was utterly unbeatable. He touched in world record time 23.90 after recovering from a poor start. He's still the world record holder. He's just 0.06 of a second faster. 23.90 after a poor start. The 4-time and reigning world champion is the Paralympic Games champion again.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you're able for the anthem of Italy. Ladies and gentlemen, the Paralympic medalists.
The medalists in the men's 50-meter freestyle S9, Fredrik Solberg takes bronze, Denis Tarasov has silver, and Simone Barlam in world record time is the champion.
now the victory ceremony for the men's 50-meter backstroke class S3. The medals will be presented by Mr. Luca Pancali, IPC Governing Board member. And he'll be accompanied by Dr. Bjorn Hedman, member of the Paralympic Order. The bronze medalist is representing Ukraine, Serhii Palamarchuk. And the silver medalist representing Germany, Josia Tapp. Tapp got out to a great start. He had such confidence after the 150-meter individual medley, and he was able to hang on enough for the silver. Gold medalist and Paralympic champion is Denis Ostapchenko from the Ukraine, who went 45.16, lowering his time from the preliminaries, and his quick turnover speed was enough to go past Tapp and come home for the gold.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you are able for the anthem of Ukraine.
And here are the Paralympic medalists for the men's 50-meter backstroke class S3. In bronze, Serhii Palamarchik from Ukraine. In silver, Yosia Top from Germany. And the gold from Ukraine is Denis Ostapchenko.
Denis Ostapchenko with gold for Ukraine. Yosia Top, another medal, got a gold last night. He's celebrating just as hard for the silver this evening. And Ukraine had two athletes on the podium at once. Serhii Palamarchuk picking up the bronze once more.
This is the final of the men's 100-meter breaststroke SB4. The world record holder is Dmitry Cherniev, and he goes in this race 1:31.96 on his way to winning gold in Tokyo. Looks to defend his title here in Paris. 8 competitors who go. The neutral Paralympic athletes and defending champion in 4, but Egypt, Malaysia, Italy, Greece, Argentina, Colombia and Spain also represented. The crowd loving what they have witnessed so far. There are 4 events still in the pool with a host of medal ceremonies to come. The victory ceremonies interspersed between the gold medal events. 4 events in which gold, silver and bronze medals are set to be won. The men's 100-meter breaststroke SB4 though is here. Going in lane 8 for Spain in this final is 23-year-old Luis Huerta, 5th at the 2024 European Championships. He was 5th at the 2022 World Championships as well. Going in lane 1 is Zayed Kahil of Egypt. The man from Cairo turns 24 today. He celebrates his birthday with a place in the final. Somebody who's aiming to podium in Los Angeles in 2028. 7th in Tokyo is Miguel Rincon. He goes in lane 7 for Colombia, bronze medalist at the World Championships 2 years ago. 4th last year, the silver medalist at the Pan American Games. A qualified personal trainer as well. Mohamed Noor Saiful Zulkifli goes for Malaysia in lane 2. The 39-year-old now 6th at the 2023 World Championships, but he won Asian Para Games gold in Hangzhou. Argentina's Nicolas Rivero goes in lane 6. The 22-year-old Para American Games champion, World Championships bronze medalist last year. In his only event in Paris, he's looking for a podium finish. Going in lane 3 for Italy is 25-year-old Manuel Matteo Bortuzzo, 5th at the World Championships, 4th at the European Championships. The bronze medalist from Tokyo is 36-year-old Antonios Tsapatakis of Greece, the 2-time and reigning world champion. He was silver medalist at the European Championships as well. But the man who won gold at the European Championships is the world record holder and 2019 world champion. The 24-year-old Dmitry Chernaev goes in lane 4 as the defending champion. And by far the quickest qualifier from the heats. So 100-meter breaststroke in the SB4 classification. There's expectation from Italy, Greece, Argentina, most notably for a place on the podium. Watch out for Zulkifli as well of Malaysia. Cahill celebrating his birthday today. That is Tsapatakis of Greece. And there's Ribeiro of Argentina. Only one event he's swimming in Paris, and it's this one. Looking to make it count. There's Rincon. Colombian, who goes in lane 7, and Bortuzzo in lane 3. Again, SB4 classification, so the flexibility of starting positions is one of the main differences in para swimming, varying on the swimmers' impairment. They may start on the blocks, they may start in the water. Chernaev among the three who start in the water, but getting underway nicely is Bortuzzo, but straight into his stroke is Chernaev, and you've got to imagine that he's going to be looking to go out around the 43-second mark in this race, maybe even a little lower than that. Bortuzzo looking strong at the moment, and Tsapatakis currentally in third, but Chernaev through the opening 25 meters has opened up a commanding lead.
Yeah, you have to wonder if he's going for the world record. He went 1:33.91 during prelims, comfortably won his heat. He went out in 43.22. So if he wants to challenge the world record, he's going to have to be quicker tonight. And here he is approaching that first wall. Touches in 41.64, so faster than this morning.
So Chernaev is looking really quick through the opening 50 meters. Genuinely a commanding lead. He was leading by nearly 3 seconds over Tsapatakis at the wall at 50 and has now opened up a gap of at least 5 meters. He comes up towards the 25-meter mark, well in front of the Greek star. Bortuzzo, though, looks like he's being caught by Zulkifli of Malaysia. Malaysia have yet to medal in the pool at Paris 2024. Zulkifli and Bortuzzo having a great battle between themselves. But here comes Tsapatakis as Chernaev looks to be decelerating. It is Tsapatakis, though, who might run out of room. Chernaev is just about on world record pace, but for a moment just seemed to be seizing a little. He's found a spurt. He will come to the wall in a quick 1:32.20 to take gold again. It's Tsapatakis who will take silver for Greece. And coming away from Zulkifli is Bortuzzo of Italy, who will take the bronze medal, a 1:42.52. Zulkifli eventually touches sixth in 1:46.71. Fourth to Ribeiro, who just misses out on the podium place, and Rincon is fifth. Huerta and Cahill touch in the wide lanes. Chernaev maybe took it out a little too hard for a few strokes in the middle of the pool on his way back. Looked to be being caught by Tsapatakis, who'd found a good rhythm.
And here's the start, and Chernaev went right into his stroke. He gets into it very quickly. He doesn't breathe every single stroke, has to keep that head above the water. Now, you know, we said maybe he went out a little fast. I don't know. I mean, for the 100-meter breaststroke here, for the Class SB4 swimmers, they're entirely on their arms, so they have to go out fast. But you're right, during the second 50, Chernaev, he was on the world record, but then he seemed to start to slip a little bit with Tsapatakis, starting to catch him really at 75 meters, and then Chernaev found something else right during the last 15 meters. You see him flirting with that world record line. It just got ahead of him, but wow, the Greek swimmer really did have a great finish right at the end. And then the battle for third was actually very close, with the Italian coming in with a nice commanding lead at the end.
It was intense between Bortuzzo and Zulkifli for a while. Zulkifli fell away in the closing 15 meters. Ribeiro and Rincon going past him as well. Tsapatakis, though, finishing within 4 seconds of Chernaev, but a 1:32.20 at quick. He's only 0.24 of a second off his world record. Flirted with that world record for a while, but ultimately a little short of it. Chernaev defends the title he won in Tokyo, a 1:32.20. Tsapatakis takes silver, and Italy have bronze through Bortuzzo. This is the final of the women's 100-meter breaststroke SB4. The great Norwegian swimmer Sarah Louise Rung is the world record holder, 1:43.87. Natalia Ziani of Ukraine, the Paralympic Games record holder. Among the 8 who swim in this final are the medalists from Tokyo, who've all returned: Ilish, Giretti and Yao. Going in lane 8 is neutral Paralympic athlete Natalia Pavlyukova, the 30-year-old in her first Paralympic Games final. She was 8th at the 2019 World Championships. She finished with bronze, though, at the European Championships earlier this year. 18-year-old Spaniard Berta Garcia goes in lane 1, inspired by the great Teresa Perales, 28-time Paralympic Games medalist. Neutral Paralympic athlete, 35-year-old Irina Diviatova goes in 7 in her first ever Paralympic Games final as well. 4th at the 2015 World Championships, 5th at the European Championships. Going for People's Republic of China in lane 2 is Yao Chuan, the Tokyo bronze medalist, bronze at the 2023 World Championships in her last event in Paris, wanting to leave with a medal. China's Liu Yu goes in lane 6, the 35-year-old. Won gold in the 150 IM SM4 in Tokyo, but has never medaled in this event at a major international competition. Has a chance here. Rio and Tokyo silver medalist Giulia Giretti goes in 3. The 3-time and reigning world champion and European champion goes for Italy, searching for further success. Tokyo gold medalist is Fanny Ilish, the 32-year-old 2019 world champion, won silver at the European Championships earlier this year. 5/100ths of a second quicker in qualifying, though, was Chen Jiao, the 30-year-old 3-time Paralympic Games champion, but never in this event, silver at the World Championships. And after 5th in Tokyo, has posted significantly improved times over the last couple of years, has Chen. So the medalists from Tokyo all here: Ilish, Giretti, Yao, but Chung has got the lane 4 draw after her qualifying time of 1:50.16.
That's right, and Chung and Isles both went 1:50, but Isles, we did see her go 1:44.4 in Tokyo to win that gold medal, so we know that she's capable of going a lot quicker than that, and if she's on her time, she'll be able to really blow through this heat again, but that's a question.
Giretti, silvers in the last 2 women's 100-meter breaststroke SB4 finals at the Paralympic Games. There's Chen Jiao. Most of the swimmers in the SB4 classification will start in the pool. Giretti, though, among the starters from the blocks. She and Pavlyukova managed to start from the blocks, getting away really quickly. Yao Chuan is off to a sensational start. Chen has got into her stroke and finds herself just making up a little bit of ground now on Yao and up toward the 25-meter mark. It looks to be Yao, Giretti and Chen who find themselves ahead of Fanny Ilish of Hungary, the defending champion, through 25 meters. It looks to be Chung just in front. Yeah, and also Yao, she's breathing to her left, so she can't quite see the swimmers to her right. And then you see the Italian who is breathing to her right, so she can see the other swimmers. Now Chung trying to make a move here at the 50, and Fanny Isles hanging with them. Fanny Isles has a very strong back half, though, so watch out. All she has to do is not let the other 2 swimmers get too far ahead. Chung is leading the way up towards the wall of 50. This classification with swimmers that have very limited use of their legs but demand so much on the arms And in the second half of this race, in the final 50, the lungs are going to be burning as well. Chung is leading the way. Giretti at the moment has herself in silver medal position, and Fanny Illich is coming back at Yao.
Yep.
And maybe coming back at the front too.
And here's Chung. We're going to see her fade a little bit as she's doing. And here comes Fanny Isles. If she's going to make a move, this is the time to do it. But look at Giretti go. Now seems to be passing Chung.
So Giretti is making a move on Chung. It's Italy over China, over Hungary, but Fanny Illich is showing some speed. 15 meters to go, and they're all nearly level. There's also a good finish here from Liu Yu of China in lane 6, who's making a push, but it looks to be Fanny Illich of Hungary who's going to go just ahead. Giretti in second position. Chung is battling for the bronze medal to hold on ahead of Liu, who's going to take it at the wall. It's going to be Giretti just ahead of Illich. Forza Italia, they have another gold. Chung holds on for a place on the podium. Illich, the defending champion, is upset by Giretti. Twice silver medalist. She's got gold finally in this event. (1:50.21). She's won gold by 4/100ths of a second. You cannot snap your fingers that quickly. You cannot blink that quickly. That's how tight it was.
Yep, that is a fingernail. Look at the reaction here from that Italian team. And right here were the Italians, and you could hear them scream. They were so excited. But Fanny Isles, she swam a great 100. She just got out-touched there at the end, but she came back hard in this 100. Here they are going out. And it wasn't Isles in the first 50, it wasn't even Giretti. Going out quickly was the Chinese. You see Chung right there in the middle, Yao Xuan breathing to her left, also out quickly. Chung touching first here, and then Giretti right there at the 50, but here's Fanny Isles way back. Look at all this ground she had to make up, and these swimmers are entirely on their arms, so they are hurting this last 10 meters. Fanny Isles comes in, just got touched by the Italian up there in lane 3. What a swim, so close.
An incredible finish in the last couple of strokes. Giretti has it at the wall by 4/100ths of a second. Giretti, the 30-year-old, has her first Paralympic Games gold medal. Italy are having a sensational session in the pool. Confirming the results in the women's 100-meter breaststroke SB4, it could not have been tighter. Giretti takes gold by 4/100ths of a second from Fanny Illich. Chung Chiao leading the first of 3 Chinese swimmers to touch at the wall. 1:51.70. Chung Chiao is on the podium. This is the victory ceremony for the women's 50-meter backstroke S3. The medalists make their way out. After a cracking race, Ellie Chalice will collect that gold medal, which she has wanted for years. After swimming 5 events in Tokyo, she's come to Paris to swim 2. Focused her attention on 2 events, and in her first she's claimed a sensational gold. The European Paralympic Committee President, Raymond Blondel, will present the medals. And he is accompanied by Armel Tillet, the Vice President of the Department of Haute Descent. The 30-year-old has been on the podium before. In Tokyo, she won a gold, a silver, and a bronze. But in Paris, she collects her first medal, and it's a very fine bronze. Went outside her qualifying time, went outside her PB, but she's inside the top three significantly and adds another to the Spanish medal haul in Paris. 1 minute, 0.46 seconds her time. The bronze medalist at the European Championships is a bronze medalist at the Paralympic Games in the women's 50 backstroke S3.
Silver medalist, neutral Paralympic athlete, Zoya Shurova.
Neutral Paralympic athlete Zoya Shurova had never finished higher than 5th in a Paralympic Games final before this race. And she swam a 58.36 to not only get herself onto the podium, but claim silver, as she did at the European Championships. A very high stroke rate. And it saw her get to the wall in under 60 seconds comfortably. And can celebrate her first Paralympic Games medal. Silver in the women's 50 back S3.
Gold medalist and Paralympic champion, representing Great Britain, Ellie Challis.
Since claiming silver in Tokyo, Ellie Challis has gone on to dominate this event. She's the reigning world champion, she's the reigning European champion, and now she is the Paralympic Games champion. Ellie Challis of Great Britain, just 20, touched in 53.86 to secure her first ever Paralympic Games gold medal. And how delighted she is, helping Great Britain stay atop the medal standings as well in the para swimming competition of Paris 2024.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand with your for the anthem of Great Britain.
The medalists in the women's 50-meter backstroke S3, Marta Fernandez has bronze, Zoya Shurova silver, and Ellie Challis gold. This is the victory ceremony for the men's 100-meter breaststroke SB14.
Paris2024.org.
Mesdames et messieurs, la cérémonie des vainqueurs du 100 mètres brasse homme SB14.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the men's 100 meters breaststroke SB14.
Veuillez accueillir les médaillés.
The medalists making their way out from Japan, from Australia and from Canada.
Les médailles seront remises par l'honorable Chateau, ministre des Sports et de l'Activité physique du Canada.
Minister of Sport and Physical Activity in Canada, the Honourable Carla Qualtrough, will present the medals. And she's accompanied by the Paris 2024 Executive Director of Impact and Legacy, Marie Barsac.
Médaille de bronze représentant le Japon.
Representing Japan, after gold in his home country, Yamaguchi Naohide. He touches for silver. He had a good race, but was just unable to match the closing speed of two swimmers around him. He touched in 1:04.94, some 2 seconds off his own world record mark, but quick enough to be on the podium again for the second successive Paralympic Games. The reigning world champion and Asian Para Games gold medalist is bronze medalist.
Médaille d'argent représentant l'Australie.
The 26-year-old, silver at the 2022 World Championships, Jake Mikkel. Silver in Tokyo, silver in Paris, a 1:04.27. And he had some serious closing speed. Denied Yamaguchi, the world record holder, the silver medal.
Médaille d'or, le champion paralympique représentant le Canada.
The champion has given Canada their first gold medal in the pool at Paris 2024. He was fifth in Tokyo, but you knew he was on for something potentially in this race after his 200-meter freestyle silver already in Paris. The World Championship silver medalist is now gold medalist at the Paralympic Games. His closing speed unbelievable as he touched in 1:03.98 to deny all comers. His first Paralympic Games gold medal and Canada's first in the para swimming at these games. Nicholas Bennett is champion ahead of Czech Mikhail Yamaguchi. Nahide takes bronze in the men's 100-meter breaststroke SB14.
Side. The Canadian flags are waving away. Tears haven't quite stopped yet. The emotions still running exceptionally high as he high fives his way around the outside of the pool. Well done, Nicholas Bennett. You are Paralympic champion.
This is the final of the men's 200-meter freestyle S2. Liu Penying, the world record holder, 3:41.54. And on his way to gold in Rio de Janeiro 8 years ago. The 8 competitors who go in this final: Peru, Poland, Chile, Brazil, Ukraine, and a neutral Paralympic athlete. Going in the men's 200-meter freestyle S2 final. 8 competitors, including Roman Bondarenko, who goes in lane 8. He was 5th in Rio, 6th in Tokyo. The 40-year-old, 4th at the World Championships last year, as well as at the 2024 European Championships. Going for Peru in lane 1 is Rodrigo Santillan, the 19-year-old, 5th at the 2023 World Championships, but 3rd at the Pan American Games, behind Abarza and Araujo. One of 2 Polish swimmers in this final, but the only S1 swimmer in this final is Kamil Lotowski, 5th in Tokyo, the reigning S1 world champion and world record holder, 50 and 100 backstroke S1 gold here already. Jacek Czech, the 48-year-old silver medalist at the World Championships last year, silver at the European Championships as well, goes in lane 2. 4th in Tokyo was Bruno Becker da Silva. The 32-year-old was 7th at the World Championships last year, goes in lane 6. The Tokyo silver medalist Alberto Abarza goes in lane 3. The 39-year-old, now 4-time World Championships medalist in this event, 2nd at the Pan American Games, and the very likable father of 3 daughters, represents Chile in lane 3. Tokyo bronze medalist is Vladimir Danilenko, who qualified 2nd quickest. He's already picked up silvers in the 50 and 100 backstroke here. The 24-year-old goes in lane 5. But the Tokyo gold medalist in this event is the 22-year-old showman that is Gabriel dos Santos de Araujo, the Brazilian 2-time and reigning world champion. He's the Pan American Games gold medalist, a 4-time Paralympic Games champion. He goes in lane 4. A few questions as well about this race and how will Araujo start? Will he start in the water? Will he start from the blocks? Which stroke will he swim in this freestyle? Freestyle, bear in mind, is not about swimming front crawl. You can swim any stroke. Danilenko with that single arm backstroke. Will Abarza use the single arm or will he use the double arm? There are a few questions coming into this final. Certainly Araujo, Abarza, Danilenko, they have been the 3 medalists in the S2 classification events so far. Can Czech get on the podium? Can Becker pull a surprise? Potowski and Bondarenko will enter from the side of the pool. Here's Da Silva, 4th in Tokyo. Now, looks like Araujo is going to start from the blocks.
Yeah.
Might not be swimming the backstroke for this freestyle final. But he's got an excellent start. He's got a superb underwater. Gabrielzinho, as he's fondly known. Araujo going off in lane 4 as the defending champion and the swimmer who has dominated this event over the last 3 years. Gabriel Araujo is leading. As it stands, Jacek Čech, Alberto Abarza and Vladimir Danilenko are effectively in a line. Abarza may be just edging in front now, but it is Gabrielzinho who is leading through 25 meters, and he'll look to build up a fairly substantial lead over the opening 100, you would imagine.
Right, and Araujo already going out first for the 50. He is on his front, so he does appear to be doing freestyle. And as you noted, he did start from on top of the starting block, not from inside the water. Often when he goes for backstroke, he holds that towel in between his teeth, and it's such a powerful start. And he's going out now. He was out in 55.92 this morning, so he's a little bit quicker, about 4/10 right now. And look at him dive underwater, moving into lap 2. Doesn't have such a substantial lead over Abarza and Danilenko quite yet, but this is only the second lap of 4.
And now he switches to the backstroke. Yeah.
There he goes, yep. Because, I mean, we were talking a little bit during preliminaries, but Araujo has a very heavy lineup, right? I mean, he had the 50, the 100, the 150, now he's doing the 200 freestyle. It has to be taking a toll on him.
So in Tokyo, he entered 3 events. He won 2 and claimed silver in the other. But he found himself entering 5 events, 2 of them swimming up a classification in Paris. He is leading the way. Danilenko's just pulling ahead of Abarza now, who is using the double arm backstroke, who's ahead of Čech, currently in 4th. Danilenko looking to just pull away. It's a very high stroke rate from Danilenko, going in lane 5. But at the wall at 100, it is Araujo who touches in 1:57.20.
So he's still he's about 2 seconds faster than he was, and Araujo flips right on. Well, he was on his stomach and he flipped right back. So he seems to be changing throughout the length, depending on, you know, how tired he is. You can see on the backstroke, I think that's helping him. The third 50 of the 200, we often say that is the 50 where you can tell if someone's really in shape or not. The third 50 is where it counts. Now, Danilenko has gone past Abarza in that pink cap. Abarza is using the double arm backstroke and Danilenko the single arm. Now, what does that mean? Often you use double arm backstroke, that's a drill, and you do that if you're slowing down, but it does allow you to catch more water, and Danilenko increasing his stroke rate. But Araujo now has really increased his lead. He's almost, I would say, about 15 meters ahead of Danilenko at this point.
He's got himself a good 10 meters in front, certainly. Araujo gets himself up to the wall at 150 inside 3 minutes, touches in 2:58.81 and turns for the final 50 in this men's 200 freestyle S2 final. It is Danilenko by some margin now from Abarza, who will use the open turn at the wall. Danilenko just getting a little more at the turn than Abarza at the moment, but it is Gabrielzinho back on his front. He's changed his stroke throughout this freestyle, which you can do. 25 meters to go now, and Gabrielzinho is in a commanding lead. It looks to be unassailable.
Yep, he looks very comfortably out in front. He's on his stomach. He's a little bit to the right of the lane, kind of hugging that lane line, not so much in the center, but really all he has to do at this point is hang on, and he should have no problem winning that gold. But here comes Danilenko with a very solid swim, looking to be in second.
So the man coming to the wall is going to take gold, and he's going to go under 4 minutes as well. Gabriel Santos Araujo is champion again in the 200 freestyle, his 3rd gold at Paris 2024, and indeed his 5th gold at the Paralympic Games. It is going to be Danilenko who claims his third silver of these games. He touches second, and Abarza will hold on ahead of both Čech and Becker, the silver. Abarza on the podium again for his third medal. It's bronze. He touches in 4:22.18. The battle for fourth only just won by Jacek Čech, who touches ahead of Bruno Becker de Silva. Coming to the wall now is Rodrigo Santillán of Peru. Watch the clock as well for Kamil Otovsky. What time will he swim? The S1 swimmer posts say 4:41.79, so he's just outside his own world record mark, but a Paralympic record in the S1 classification for the Polish swimmer. Bondarenko comes to the wall now and touches in 4:56.47. So Paralympic record for Otovsky in the S1 classification, but Araujo can celebrate his gold now. 3 times a champion at Paris 2024, and there's the water spout.
Wondering how Araujo was going to swim this. He started off the block and he dives right in. For the first 50, he stayed on his stomach. He wasn't super far ahead. He took it commandingly, but not super significant. Here he is. He continues to stay on his stomach throughout the first 50, which was quicker than he went this morning. But then, after he hits the wall, this is where things started to change. It's in that second 50. He dives. He still stays on his stomach. But what he did was he flipped onto his back right in the middle of that 200, and that's what allowed him to really extend the lead over the other swimmers. Many of the other swimmers use backstroke throughout this, and then Araujo flips back onto his stomach and finishes there with a 3:58.92. He goes under 4 minutes, a very fast time for Araujo.
Fantastic victory for Gabrielzinho, the 5-time Paralympic champion now, having won this title in successive Paralympic Games. Also having taken the 100-meter backstroke and 50-meter backstroke titles here in Paris. The 6-time world champion. Where's the bow? Danilenko congratulates him.
First the photo.
But yes. 3 golds at Paris 2024. 5 golds in his Paralympic career, spanning 2 games. The man who won the 2023 World Paraswimming Series title. Named the Male Para-Athlete of the Year by the Brazilian Paralympic Committee. He's risen to the occasion again.
You know, we were commenting that he looked kind of tired this morning during prelims, but he looks wide awake now.
He's not showing it now. You've got to ask questions about the potential for fatigue.
Yeah.
Given the fact that he's now doing 5 events when he's usually doing 3. Still, Gabrielzinho has taken gold, 3:58.92. He's won the men's 200-meter freestyle S2 from Vladimir Danilenko. Alberto Abarza on the podium again with bronze. This is the victory ceremony for the women's 100-meter breaststroke SB14. The medalists making their way out together. That's a first at Paris 2024, holding hands. Not the first set of siblings we've seen on the podium at Paris 2024. After the Portal brothers of France had already achieved that. But the twin sisters, Deborah and Beatriz, on the podium, but not on the top tier. That's Louise Fittes of Great Britain. Susan Edwards, Airbnb Accessibility Lead, will present the medals. And she's accompanied by the Deputy Mayor of Nanterre, Zahra Boudjemai. After bronze in Tokyo, Beatriz Borges Carneiro has bronze again. The Pan American Games champion, the World Championship silver medalist, is bronze medalist at the Paralympic Games. It's her second bronze here after a relay bronze as well. A 1:16.46 on a Paralympic podium for a third time. Beatriz's twin sister, Deborah, is the silver medalist, the reigning world champion. Swam a 1:16.02, just couldn't match the closing speed of Louise Fittes. And touches second to claim her first Paralympic Games silver medal after a relay bronze in Tokyo. It's her first individual medal at the Paralympic Games. And a dream realized for the Borges Carneiro twins. They're on the podium at the Paralympic Games together. The champion of the women's 100-meter breaststroke SB14 is Louise Fittes. The 23-year-old with bronze in the 200 freestyle has changed her silver from Tokyo to gold in Paris. Her fourth Paralympic Games medal, but it's her first gold medal. A 1:15.47. And despite some effort from the Borges Carneiro twins, Fittes was able to keep both of them at bay. She was off the podium at the World Championships, but she's on the top tier of the podium at the Paralympic Games.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you're able for the anthem of Great Britain. Ladies and gentlemen, the Paralympic medalists.
The medalists in the women's 100-meter breaststroke SB14 twins Beatrice and Deborah with bronze and silver, but Louise Finis of Great Britain has the gold. This is the victory ceremony for the men's 50-meter freestyle S13.
Mesdames et messieurs, la cérémonie de vainqueurs du 50 mètres nage libre homme S13.
The medalists making their way out. Two from Ukraine. A neutral Paralympic athlete, the utterly extraordinary Ihar Boki.
Les médailles seront remises par Monsieur Richard Bachman, President du Philippine Sports Commission.
Chairman of the Philippine Sports Commission, Richard Bachman, will present the medals, and he's accompanied by Chairman of SLX, Alistair Curry.
Médaillé de bronze, représentant l'Ukraine.
Bronze medalist representing Ukraine, Alexei Virchenko.
This is an excellent result for Alexei Virchenko. He was 7th in Tokyo. He's been swimming superbly. A 23.47 swimmer at his best. He won silver at the European Championships. But in the absence of a few, he has claimed the World Championship title at the last two editions. He's got himself on the podium with a swim of 23.85 after a brilliant start. By 0.08 of a second, he missed the silver medal, but he's on the podium.
Silver medalist representing Ukraine,
Ilya Yaramenko, one of 3 Ukrainians in the final. The man he beat outside of Virchenko was the great Maxim Veraksa, the S12 world record holder, 22.99 swimmer. Yaramenko with the 23.77. Virchenko and Yaramenko both having led for a while in this race. An S12 swimmer, he's on the podium, 23.77.
Médaillé d'or, champion paralympique, athlète paralympique neutre.
gold medalist and Paralympic champion, neutral Paralympic athlete,
The 30-year-old Ihar Boki has now swum in 24 events at the Paralympic Games. He's won 22 Paralympic Games medals, and he's just won his 20th Paralympic Games gold medal. Only the third Paralympian across summer or winter sports to ever win 20 gold medals in a single sport. The other two are both swimmers, the great Beatrice Hess of France and the great Trisha Zorn of USA. He's the most successful male paraswimmer of all time. Ihar Boki in 23.65, who was not in front for the bulk of this race, found something in the closing 5 meters and is crowned champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you're able for the Paralympic anthem.
Mesdames et messieurs, le médaillé paralympique.
Ihar Boki wins gold. Ilya Yaremenko takes silver and Oleksiy Virchenko bronze in the men's 50-meter freestyle S13.
What an achievement, and he's still just 30 years of age as well. We're getting ready, it's really action coming up. We need to make sure.
This is the final of the mixed 4x100 medley relay, 34 points. Netherlands are the world record holders of 4:26.54. Paralympic record 28.77, the mark they laid down in the qualifiers to qualify quickest. The 8 teams who go in the final: Italy, France, Spain, Netherlands, Australia, United States of America, People's Republic of China and Canada. The relays are always incredibly exciting. You're going to see a quartet of swimmers for each National Paralympic Committee. France, as you could guess, with the large cardboard cutouts of their respective heads bobbing around in the stands. They've got a quartet who will go in lane 2 in this final. They're unchanged from the heats as well. So there is plenty of energy in this venue. Who will feed off it the most? Well, the French swimmers, maybe looking to pull off an upset. Let's introduce the 8 quartets who will go in this final. Canada go in lane 8. Shelby Newkirk, Fernando Liu, Reed Maxwell and Ariana Hunsaker. They've made one change from the heats. The 21-year-old S10 swimmer Ariana Hunsaker in for Katie Cosgrove. Outside of that, Reed Maxwell swims fly instead of free from the heats. Going in lane 1, Italy have made 2 changes. Federico Picelli swims back for Alberto Amadeo. For Federico Morlacchi, Stefano Raimondi is in. Alessia Scortacchini swims fly and Xenia Francesca Palazza swims free. People's Republic of China go in lane 7, but they've made 4 changes. Wei Yuan is out, Liu Wei Yuan is out, Liu Ying is in, Zhang Meng, Yang Guanglong and Xu Haiqiao. France go in lane 2. Anaël Roulet, Hector Denayer, Laurent Chardin and Agathe Pauli unchanged from the heats, where they posted a 4:37.18. United States of America go in lane 6. Hannah Aspden, Morgan Ray, Yassine El Demirdash and Christy Riley Crossley. They are unchanged as well from the heats. The chance of Alain Les Bleus for the French swimmers. Spain go in lane 3. They've made 2 changes from their quartet that started in the heats. Nuria Marx, Oscar Salguero, Inigo Llopis and Sarai Gascon swim in the final. Going in lane 5, Australia have made 2 changes as well. Jesse Ongle stays, Timothy Hodge is coming for Callum Simpson, Emily Beecroft stays and Alexa Leary. Lex Leary is in for Kira Stevens. But this quartet is one to watch. They are the world record holders. 26.54 the mark they laid down in Funchal in Portugal just a few months ago. Led by Olivier van der Voort, who will swim the backstroke lead. Then Chantal Zuiderveld, who will swim breaststroke. Florian Bulcher will swim fly. And Thijs van Hofwegen, the S6 swimmer, will bring them home with the freestyle. Unchanged from the heats.
And that's a bold combination to finish with the 6. That means that the other 3 swimmers have to give the 6 a far enough a lead that he won't get run down by the others, because Australia is going to be finishing with a 9. The United States is going to be finishing with a 9. China finishing with an 8. And that 6 is very vulnerable right at the end.
So that means the Netherlands will need to build up a substantial lead in the early stages of this race. This is the final of the 4x100 medley relay, 34 points. What that means is 4 swimmers, 2 male, 2 female, whose combined class numbers cannot exceed 34 points, swim together as a team. Each swimmer needs to complete 2 lengths of the pool in their respective stroke. We start with backstroke, then into breaststroke, then into butterfly, and then into free, as Laurent Chardin encourages the crowd to make a little noise.
A little.
Wow. While the starter would prefer they remain silent. Quite a task, though, to calculate your best quartet by not exceeding 34 points in class numbers. So in this final, the last event before the halfway stage of the para swimming competition at Paris 2024, it's the last event on day 5 of competition. Italy, France, Spain, Netherlands, Australia, USA, China and Canada go in the final of the mixed 4x100 medley relay, 34 points. So Picelli is swimming for Italy out first, Roulet for France, Marx for Spain. Van der Voort of Netherlands is well out in front already. He's the male S10 swimmer. Jesse Youngles in the pool for Australia. S8 swimmer Hannah Aspden. Female S9 swimmer goes for USA. Liu Ying for China and Shelby Newkirk. The S6 swimmer goes for Canada first up. So Canada not looking to lead, but they'll look to close strong with the S10. Ariana Hunsaker. Netherlands are well out in front at the moment. Now, if he goes to his time, he'll be going around 58 seconds. which will be a substantial advantage for Netherlands in the early stages of this race.
That's right, and the Netherlands do hold the world record in this event, so it is not surprising that they are out way ahead in front. They're also, remember, they're using a male S10. That's really the fastest that you can put in anybody, and their strategy is to get themselves out as far as possible. And here comes in Zederveld for the Netherlands, world record holder in the breaststroke. So
backstroke, breaststroke, fly, and then free. That is the order they swim in the mixed medley relay. 4x100, 34 points. Australia touched second. At the moment, it's Chantal Zederveld well out in front, but Timothy Hodge, the SB8 swimmer, has come in and he's looking to push the pace. Going for Spain is Oscar Salguero, swimming breaststroke, and Hector Denayer in the pool is making up a little ground on Spain here, and Denayer is looking to push France into the medal positions with Stefano Raimondi, the world record holder and champion in the 100 breaststroke, pushing the pace for Italy as well. Netherlands are well out in front, but there are some good comebacks from a host of countries already in this breaststroke leg.
Wow, France just took over the second place position from Australia, and that's Tim Hodge in the water. He's not slow.
So Zederveld is being caught. But can Netherlands build up a lead? They've got the S9 swimmer Florian Bultje in the pool next, and finish with the S6 swimmer, I remind you, in Thijs van Hofwegen. If they hit the wall in under 2:11, Netherlands are well on pace for what they would expect to do. They're coming to the wall now, and just outside 2:11, 2:12, Netherlands touch first. But this is great from France. Denayer is superb. They touch second, third for Italy at the wall, ahead of Australia. Now Chateau, the S6 swimmer, 50 fly world champion in the fly, is in the pool, but he is up against Alessia Scortacchini, female swimmer, but an S10 swimmer.
Right.
While Jopis is in the pool for Spain.
And Emily Beecroft from Australia in that gold cap. They're sitting in about 5th right now, and we'll see if she can make up any time, especially on Chardard, the 6 who's in for France. And he's really he's getting caught now by the other folks.
France have a real opportunity here to get themselves on the podium and stay there. Italy and France side by side, but well behind Netherlands. It is Bultje who is being caught here, and they will finish with an S6, I remind you, but many of these swimmers are going to be, many of these quartets are going to be finishing with female swimmers up against the male S6. Look at the battle for silver.
Wow.
It is so tight between Italy, between France, between Spain, as they battle it out. It looks to be Scortacchini going ahead of Chardin. Jopis for Spain might take them in second. Netherlands touch first in 3:20 at the wall. They were a little off their world record pace here, but they might still be chasing down a 4:26. Thijs van Hofwegen is in the pool.
And he's blazing, but remember, he's a 6, and here comes everyone else. Here comes Alexa Leary from Australia. She's making up some serious ground.
This is superb from Lex Leary. Thijs van Hofwegen has still got over 50 meters to go. They're ahead of world record pace, but he might fade in the closing stages. Lex Leary, can she pull Australia onto the top tier of the podium here? This is brilliant. After Angles, Hodge and Beecroft, Lex Leary is putting down the hammer and looking to chase down the world record holders. Van Hofwegen is doing his best. It's Saray Gascon, the S9 swimmer from Spain, though, who's also chasing down Van Hofwegen, who's being caught. This is sensational from Lex Leary. The freestyle specialist is going to pass Van Hofwegen in the closing meters. They're a little off world record pace, but Netherlands are not going to claim it. It's going to be Australia who take it just outside world record time. In Paralympic record time, Australia are champions ahead of Netherlands, and Spain on the podium with bronze. It is so difficult to predict this, and you just cannot predict a leg like that from Lex and Leary. Wow, what a way to finish the action in the pool on day 5 of competition. The Australian quartet in disbelief, but it is real. 4:27.08, a Paralympic record for Australia. How did they do that? Leary, that was phenomenal. Netherlands touched 4:28.07. which would have seen them better their Paralympic Games record mark themselves. But
yeah,
that is unbelievable.
It really was. And I mean, the Netherlands were out so far ahead. What they did is they started with the 10, and he got them a really great lead. This was a beautiful backstroke start next to Jesse Angels from Australia. And I mean, Netherlands, every single one of these swimmers did exactly what they had to do, which is they had to give the 6 as much of a lead as possible, because when the 6 is up against the higher classifications, it's really tough. And then you have Alexa Leary swim out of her mind. I really don't know how else to characterize that freestyle leg. It was just like amazing. And she caught the Netherlands, and here she is just passing right here at the end. You also see a very fast leg from Spain. It's so hard for the 6 to keep up with someone like Alexa Leary right at the end, who finishes about a second ahead of the Netherlands, and then Spain coming in for the bronze.
Yeah, almost exactly a second ahead, 0.99 of a second. That was a phenomenal swim from Alexa Leary, though. When you look at this race in its great context, and this is not to lay blame at anyone's door, but Van Hofwegen swam his time. He did not let the team down in that respect. He swam his time. Australia just did something remarkable. Van der Voort led them out well. Zederveld was excellent. Bulcher, a touch off her time, but Van Hofwegen closing as he would. But Alexa Leary pulling the proverbial rabbit out of her hat and swimming a phenomenal final free 100. Australia are champions, ahead of Netherlands, ahead of Spain, as China only just miss out by 0.17 of a second. .4:27.08, Paralympic Games record. This is the victory ceremony for the women's 50-meter freestyle S13.
Mesdames et messieurs, la cérémonie des vainqueurs du 50 mètres nage libre femmes S13.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the women's 50 meters freestyle S13.
Veuillez accueillir les médaillés.
Please welcome the medalists.
The medalists making their way out in the S13 classification, but it is an S12 swimmer who finds herself on top of the podium yet again. Two of the 3 medalists from Tokyo on the podium again. The Chief Brand and Communications Officer of the International Paralympic Committee, Craig Spence, will present the medals, and he's accompanied by the Deputy Mayor of La Courneuve, Pascal Lebris. Representing Italy, Carlotta Gili is on the podium in bronze medal position for the second successive Paralympic Games in the women's 50-meter freestyle S13. Quicker than her time in qualifying. In 4 events, she's won 4 medals. This is her second bronze after the 100 back bronze to go with her silver in the 400 free and gold in the 100 fly. The 2-time world champion and European champion on the podium, but in third after a 27.60. Gia Pergolini in 2 events has got 2 medals after a gold in the 100 backstroke here. She takes silver in the 50-free S13. (27.51) her time, 900ths of a second quicker than Gilly in bronze medal position. But champion again in the S13 classification, despite being an S12 swimmer with more severe visual impairment. Maria Carolina Gomes Santiago is champion for the second time in Paris to go with a 100 backstroke S12 gold. She's got 50 freestyle S13 gold. 26.75, a Paralympic record in the S12 class. And less than a 1500ths of a second off her own world record.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you are able for the anthem of Britain.
The medalists in the women's 50-meter freestyle S13, Carlotta Gilly with bronze, Gia Pergolini takes silver, and Maria Gomes Santiago with gold. Time now for the victory ceremony of the men's 100-meter breaststroke SB4. And the medalists make their way out. Two on the podium in Tokyo. Bortuzzo of Italy finds himself winning his first Paralympic Games medal in his only event in Paris. Craig Spence, the IPC Chief Brand and Communications Officer, will present the medals, and he's accompanied by Raphael Adam, the Mayor of Nanterre. He came to Paris to swim only one event, did Manuel Matteo Bortuzzo. And in that one event, he's got himself on the podium ahead of some very fast swimmers, including Argentina's Nicolas Rivero. A 1:42.52, good enough to see the Italian add to the immense medal haul of Italy at these games. It's bronze in the men's 100-meter breaststroke SB4. Antonios Tsapatakis was bronze medalist in Tokyo, the 36-year-old. Two-time and reigning world champion, finishes second. He had an incredible spurt in the closing 50, which saw him close the gap on the eventual champion. Ultimately not enough to get himself into first position, but it's a superb silver for Tsapatakis in 1:36.16. Dmitry Cherniev won gold in Tokyo, the world record holder and European champion, has gold again at the Paralympic Games in 1:32.20, less than a quarter of a second off his own world record. He hit the wall to defend the title he won in Tokyo, and is champion in the men's 100-meter breaststroke SB4.
Mesdames et messieurs, si vous le pouvez, veuillez vous lever pour l'hymne paralympique.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you're able for the Paralympic anthem.
Mesdames et messieurs, les Paralympiques.
The medalists in the men's 100-meter breaststroke, SB4, Bortuzzo with bronze, Tsapatakis with silver, and Cherniev is champion. This is the victory ceremony of the women's 100-meter breaststroke, SB4. The medalists making their way out from Italy, from China and Hungary. The African Paralympic Committee President Samson Dean will present the medals, and he's accompanied by the Paris 2024 Executive Director of Impact and Legacy, Marie Barsac. There were easily any one of 8 competitors who could have been on the podium in this race. Cheng Jiao looked to take the race to everybody else. She knows how to get herself on the podium, does Cheng Jiao, a 3-time champion of the Paralympic Games. But her first breaststroke medal since Rio 8 years ago. And she held on in the closing stages to touch ahead of Liu and Yao, her compatriots, in 1:51.70 after leading in the early stages of this race. Tokyo gold medalist Fanny Illich has silver in 2024. The European Championship silver medalist swam a 1:50.25 as she sprinted towards the wall. She was closing fast on that wall, but missed out on gold by 4/100ths of a second. In an incredibly tight finish. 30-year-old Italian has been on the podium several times at the Paralympic Games, but never with a gold medal. And after silver in Rio and silver in Tokyo, Giretti has managed to claim gold here by the narrowest of margins, 4/100ths of a second. She beat the defending champion by. But the three-time and reigning world champion is finally the Paralympic Games champion. And there is much love for Giulia Giretti.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you are able for the anthem of Italy.
The medalists in the women's 100-meter breaststroke SB4, Cheng Jiao takes bronze, Fanny Yilish has silver, and Giulia Giretti is champion for the first time. This is the victory ceremony for the men's 200-meter freestyle S2.
For the men's 200 meters freestyle S2.
Veuillez accueillir le médaillé.
The medalists make their way out. The 200 freestyle S2 victory ceremony. In the S2 classification, these are the three swimmers that have dominated. From Brazil, from Chile, a neutral Paralympic athlete. Mayor of Nanterre, Raphael Adam, will present the medals, and he is accompanied by Paris 2024 Staff Experience Director Clémentine Ducoq. His third and final event at Paris 2024. He has his 6th Paralympic Games medal and his 3rd bronze of this edition. Silver in Tokyo. He touched in 4:22.18 in a race in which Kamil Lotowski set a Paralympic record in the S1 classification. Barza, having for moments been in 2nd position in this race, eventually overhauled in the closing stages. Neutral Paralympic athlete Vladimir Danilenko claims his 3rd silver medal of Paris 2024. After bronze in Tokyo, he adds silver in the 200 meters freestyle to his 50 and 100 meter backstroke silvers. For 14.16 his time. It's Gabrielzinho time. It's carnival time at La Défense Arena. Gabriel dos Santos Araujo is champion, the reigning world champion. The Pan American Games champion is again the Paralympic Games champion. Going sub 4 minutes, 3:58.92. A popular champion, it's safe to say. Araujo claims his 3rd gold of Paris 2024 and his 5th gold in 7 events at the Paralympic Games. Having led from start to finish, he's now earned the right to hear his national anthem. The medalists in the men's 200-meter freestyle S2, Alberto Abarza has bronze, Vladimir Danielenko has silver, and Gabriel Araujo is champion. Not only a swimming sensation, a samba sensation is Gabriel Zinho. Outside the French swimmers, he's arguably had the greatest support in this venue, La Défense Arena. He's thrilled with his swimming and with his celebrations. This is the victory ceremony for the mixed 4x100 meter medley relay, 34 points. The victory ceremony for a race that featured 4 swimmers for each country, 2 male, 2 female, whose combined class numbers did not exceed 34 points, each swimming 2 lengths of the pool in their respective stroke. The medalists making their way out. The medalists from Spain, from Netherlands, and from Australia. There are more than 4 swimmers on the podium for 2 of these countries, because all the swimmers who swam in either the heats or the finals will receive their medals on the podium. Top manager of Paris 2024, Fabrice Lacroix, will present the medals. He is accompanied by Blondine Sorb, the Director of Compliance Public Affairs for Paris 2024. Spain on the podium as bronze medalists. Swimming in the final, Marcus, Salguero, Llopis and Gascon. But there are 6 medalists. Nuria Marquez swam the backstroke leg in the final. Oscar Salguero, who swam the breaststroke. Inigo Llopis, who swam the fly leg, the S8 swimmer. And then Sarai Gascon, the S9 swimmer, who brought Spain home, and not too far off Netherlands, who was second. Anastasia Dimitrieva will receive her medal after swimming in the heats. And Jose Marie will collect his medal as well, having swum in the heats. Putting together a 4-minute 29.39 seconds across the 400 meters they covered between them. 100 meters in backstroke, 100 meters in breaststroke, 100 meters in butterfly, and 100 meters in freestyle. The world record holders find themselves on the second tier of the podium. 4 medalists, unchanged from the heats to the finals. They were led out by Olivier van der Voort, the S10 backstroker. Chantal Zederveld, the SB9 swimmer who swam breast, the 100 breaststroke world record holder and champion here. S9 swimmer Florian Bulcher. After her fly leg, it was freestyler Thijs van Hofwegen, the S6 swimmer who brought Netherlands home. Touching in 4:28.07. A mark that would have bettered their Paralympic Games record mark that they had set in the heats. But not quite enough to finish top. The champions are Australia, only their second gold medal of Paris 2024 in the pool, after Thomas Gallagher's sprint medal. Jesse Youngles, who swam the backstroke leg. Timothy Hodge, who swam breaststroke. Emily Beecroft, the S9 swimmer who swam fly. And then Alexa Leary, who swam the freestyle leg. She swam a second faster than the time she posted to win the World Championships in 2023 in the 100-meter freestyle S9, going sub 1 minute. And to catch Netherlands. Callum Simpson, who swam in the heats, and Kira Stevens receive their gold medals as well. Alexa Leary has her first medal at the Paralympic Games, and it's gold, courtesy of her sensational close. We can't discount the incredible performance of Ongles, Hodge, Beecroft as well in the final. It's Australia who touched in a Paralympic Games record 4:27.08 and claim the first ever gold medal in this event at the Paralympic Games. It's the first time that the mixed 4x100 medley relay 34 points is being swum at the Paralympic Games, and Australia are on top.
Mesdames et messieurs, si vous le pouvez, veuillez vous lever pour l'hymne de l'Australie.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you are able for the anthem of Australia.
It's another swimming success for Australia with a proud swimming pedigree. They're on top of the podium. In the mixed 4x100 metre medley relay, 34 points. It's Spain who have bronze, Netherlands silver, and Australia gold.
Well, there you go, music choice of Australia, somewhere up there with Kylie Minogue.
Gotta love the DJ and his sense of humour. There's a little music out of Australia, some AC/DC. Thunderstruck. That's probably what everybody was in the pool.
Thunderstruck, yeah.
Well, I mean, Alexa Leary going 59 seconds for the 100 metre free. When she won the World Championships outside 60 seconds, that was some swim. But genuine credit to all in that quartet for Australia, as they managed to go quick. Ongles, Hodge, Beecroft, and then Leary. Well, at the victory ceremony for the final event of the evening, it's been a sensational session that's seen a world record go, courtesy of Simone Barlam, and a host of Paralympic records as well. But Deb, what stands out for you?
Well, I mean, we did just end with that amazing mixed 4x100 medley relay. I mean, Alexa Leary's final leg was truly something. But also, I mean, let's just talk about the 50s. There was Simone Barlam's 50-meter freestyle world record that was so fast. Ihor Boki's gold medal, which he pulled out of nowhere right at the end. There was a 400 freeze, Morgan Stickney and Mackenzie Cohn. I mean, there was just some fast swimming tonight.
And Australia have a second gold at these games. Italy with 3 gold medals in this session. Great Britain securing 2, as well as Brazil. What a sensational session that included Alexa Leary's heroics for Australia, claiming only Australia's second gold medal, Ostapchenko winning for Ukraine, and Nicholas Bennett giving Canada a first gold medal at Paris 2024 in the pool. It's Great Britain who still top the medal standings through 5 days of competition with their 13 golds, ahead of China and Italy, with USA and Ukraine also a little behind. Brazil have got 5 golds. 32 countries have now medalled. But that concludes then the final session on day 5 of the Paris Swimming at Paris 2024. We certainly look forward to your company for more exhilarating action for the preliminary session on day 6. But as the crowds file out of La Défense Arena, it is time for us to say goodbye. So for now, from Paris La Défense Arena, it is cheerio until tomorrow.